In accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, if you require a disability-related modification or accommodation to attend or participate in this meeting, including auxiliary aids or services, please contact the City Clerk's office at 310-952-1720 at least 72 hours prior to the meeting. Government Code Section 54954.2. Public information. The public may address the members of the City Council on any matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council or on any items on the agenda of the City Council during the designated public comment periods. There will be 2 oral communication sessions, one for agendized items, comments about items on the agenda, and the other for non-agendized items, comments about items not on the agenda. The oral communication portion of the agenda is limited to a duration of 1 hour unless otherwise approved by the City Council. Comment time is normally 3 minutes, depending on the number of speakers. Public viewing available by live stream on the city's website. The meeting will be streamed live over the internet via www.carsonca.gov, YouTube, www.youtube.com/@City of Carson, California. Cable TV, Spectrum Channel 35 and AT&T Channel 99. Carson TV app. You may also download the Carson TV app to stream the meeting. App availability. The Carson TV app is available in the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, and Amazon platforms. If you're not able to attend the meeting in person, public comment can be submitted before the meeting via email to cityclerk@carsonca.gov. The cutoff time to submit any email communication is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written comments can be dropped off at the City Clerk's office at City Hall. The cutoff time to submit any written communication is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written comments dropped off at the City Clerk's office or any email received will not be read aloud at the City Council meeting, but will be circulated to the City Council and incorporated into the record. Public comments can be made during oral communications agenda in person by submitting a public comment card to the city clerk during council meetings via two-way audiovisual platform. Join online Zoom https://us 06web.zoom.us/J/8463663013, password KMB6K91M9 MOU1 2X2K JCN 19VF1G55OWL.1, passcode 227766. There's a link posted on the agenda. Oh my God. All this for this new?
I don't think you need to read the whole link. You can just let them know that the Zoom information is on the website along with the phone number for a dial-in option.
Yeah, this is a new addition to our agenda.
Effective July 1.
Effective July 1 because today
for the
is
next
the
4
7th.
years or until
It will
the
be recorded.
legislator decides to rewrite the bill. Which is my
Wow.
prayer.
So you can join online through Zoom, and the link is on the website.
Correct.
Thank you.
And it's only for public comment.
The City Council, Housing Authority, Successor Agency, Public Financing Authority, City Council is called to order. Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Rojas.
Present.
Councilmember Deere.
Present.
Councilmember Hilton.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
Present.
Mayor Davis Holmes.
Present.
Thank you.
We'll have a flag salute by Councilman Deere.
Everyone please rise if you're able to and put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Oh, we moved it. It's over here in case you didn't notice. Please face the flag and ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
And who is doing, Pastor Jimmy Orellano from Calvary Life Church is here for our invocation. Pastor.
I want to say it's an honor for me to be here tonight, and I pray for each and every one of you. The city of Carson is dear to me, for it's the city I grew up in, and just a couple of months back, I found myself in it again. So I take pride in this city, and I want to pray for each and every one of you tonight for your city council meeting. Father God, we come before you once again, thanking you for this opportunity. I really believe that you have called them for such a time as this, God. So I pray all of their plans that they might have on paper, all of their ideas, God, that you and only you would go before them. God, I thank you for the privilege of being able to be here tonight and uplift this meeting to you, God. And Lord, tonight I want to leave them with your word, which is found in Proverbs 11:14, which says, where there's no counsel, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. God, I pray that your word would be that light unto their path, that light unto their feet, God. So again, we thank you for this time. We thank you for this meeting, God. At the end of tonight, as they go home, will they look back and thank you for a productive meeting that they're going to have. Lord, thank you once again, and we do pray this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Could you see Kashawn Graves in the back, please, so she can get all of your information?
Madam Mayor,
Thank you.
I'd like to ask the pastor a quick question.
Pastor?
You were raised in Carson, went to school in Carson, right? In Carson.
I went to school in Carson, yes.
Yes, okay. Who was your favorite teacher of all time in Carson?
His name was Jim Deere.
Oh, thank
At
you.
Stephen White Middle School.
Thank you. God bless you, Pastor. Thank you.
You put him on the spot. Mr. City Manager, the vector control, we're going to wait until after closed session. But I'd like yes.
Madam Mayor, Ben Jones is going to be calling in, and he has a hard stop at 5:30.
Okay.
If we could go into closed session, that would be great.
And we'll do the vector controllers when we come back out. Thank you. Madam City Clerk, any comments on closed session items?
No, Madam Mayor.
Madam City Return report out on closed session, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The council will meet in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D2 or D3 and E1 to discuss 3 potential litigation. The council will meet pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D1 to confer with legal counsel in Martinez versus City of Carson, Harrelson versus City of Carson, Jackas versus City of Carson, and Brittany Young versus City of Carson. And the council will lastly meet pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D4 because the city is considering to initiate litigation in one potential case.
Thank you. We're going to recess the closed session. We should be back by 5:30, 6:30, 6:30. Okay, recess. Rules of decorum. No person attending a public meeting shall engage in disorderly or boisterous conduct, including but not limited to applause, whistling, stamping of feet, booing, or making any loud, threatening, profane, abusive, personal, or slanderous utterance that disturbs, disrupts, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. All remarks by members of the public shall be addressed to the mayor or the chair, and not to any other member of the public or any other single council, board, or commission member, unless in response to a question from the member. Signs, placards, banners, or other similar items shall not be permitted in the audience during a public meeting if the presence of such item disturbs, disrupts, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. All persons attending a public meeting shall remain seated in the seats provided unless addressing the body at the podium or entering or leaving the meeting. All persons attending a public meeting shall obey any lawful order of the proceeding officer to enforce the rules of decorum. Treat everyone courteously, listen to others respectfully, exercise self-control, give open-minded considerations to all viewpoints, focus on the issues and avoid personalizing debate, embrace respectful disagreement and dissent as democratic rights that are inherent components of an inclusive public process and roles for forging sound decisions. Reconvening to open session. Madam City Attorney, report out, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The council met in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D2 or D3 and E1. Because there is a significant exposure to litigation in 3 cases, no reportable action was taken. The council met pursuant to the same code section, subsection D1, in the matter of Martinez versus City of Carson. No reportable action was taken. In the matter of Harrelson versus City of Carson, actually, that one was not discussed. In the matter of Jackas versus City of Carson, no reportable action was taken. In the matter of Young versus City of Carson, no reportable action was taken. The council also met pursuant to government. Oh, actually, the council is going to take up the last item after the meeting.
Thank you. I'm going to take liberty of the chair. Do we have someone here from Vector Control? Susan? Thank you.
Good
Wanna give
evening.
a quick report to us. Thank you.
Yes, I do. Let me open that presentation, I guess. There we go. Do I share it? Or, oh, they're sharing it. Okay. Yeah, good evening. Thank you, Madam Mayor, City Council members, our trustee Rojas, and former trustee Deere. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I know there were concerns in the city because we've recently found 2 positive West Nile virus positive mosquito samples. So I just wanted to be here and briefly give an update on what is happening. Can I forward these slides myself or? No. Next slide, please. Thank you. Yeah, so just a quick update for those that may not be familiar with us. We are a Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District, one of 5 mosquito and vector control districts in the county. The one in orange depicted here, the largest one, also serving the city of Carson. We address problems with mosquitoes. That's our main focus. Also with black flies along the riverbeds and some non-biting midge control. Next slide, please. Oh, I gotta move my own as well. Sorry about that. Yeah, so of course there's a disease problem with mosquitoes. We've recently had a lot of cases of imported travel-related dengue fever, but also in the last 3 years we've had observed locally transmitted dengue. But the reason we are here tonight is definitely the West Nile virus problem. West Nile virus is not native to California, but it is endemic now. It has been here pretty much every year since 2003. Just to give you a little bit of idea overall, when we look at district-wide mosquito samples over the years, Carson is sort of one of the fortunate cities because you're very coastal, so it's traditionally slightly cooler, so the virus needs a certain temperature to amplify, and that did not actually usually happen. So you see the last time you had a few more West Nile virus positive mosquito samples was in 2020, and then very little really since. And then this year, next slide, please. We're really starting early, as you can see, and also not just district-wide. This is last year, and then this year we are definitely several weeks early compared to our normal 5-year average, and it's because it's been so warm. We think some of it may have to do with this warm water mass sitting out in the ocean, which we're preparing for a super El Nino, right? And so that has really warmed everything up. This year, it was the warmest winter in California on record. So mosquitoes really didn't take much of a break, and neither did the virus. Outside temperature for the mosquito is inside temperature, right? They don't have a temperature regulation like we do. So the virus needs a certain outside temperature to be able to replicate inside the mosquito. And because that temperature was so early achieved for so many hours, we're now seeing early West Nile virus activity. The 2 samples that were detected in the city of Carson were over at StubHub, near StubHub, and the Carson Harbor Village, both on the same day of trapping in late June. So we really recommend all of our residents always, whether or not West Nile virus has yet been detected in your city, to wear repellent, to work with us in terms of reducing mosquito problems. Next slide. We are out there, of course, continuing our surveillance, our control efforts, and our educational efforts. Next slide. This is all the sources that are known in Carson and that were treated last year. So you see you're contributing quite a bit to the overall mosquito problem in the region, and we're trying to address those diligently every year. Next slide. We definitely hope that you will all partner with us, sharing the messages as we detect virus activity, encouraging your residents to wear repellent to eliminate water sources that can breed mosquitoes, and definitely call the district if they notice they have a lot of mosquito problems. And then if the city has an opportunity to roll out information about the district and what's going on in any of your newsletters or on the city marquee, then we'd be happy to send you something through our communications department. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Next slide.
Thank you. Send us all the information that you have. We will definitely get it out.
Yeah, we will. We always do forward everything. And so just making sure that residents know that, because maybe when we ask about the cross streets, or we usually don't share too closely where we found activity, because just because we found it there doesn't mean it isn't everywhere. So we want to not have people have a false sense of security when it hasn't been found right near their neighborhood.
Thank you. Any questions from my colleagues? We're on the presentation from Vector Control about these mosquitoes. Councilman Hicks, Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you for that presentation on vector control. I guess I don't know if this was even asked. I know that there are areas that you guys can do the gutters and the locations within our city. So is it done on a weekly basis, monthly basis?
It always depends on what material we use. So some materials have a little bit of a longer efficacy than others. So usually it's every 10 days or so, depending on the material.
I don't know if this request has come out. I'm requesting that since we've had 2 confirmed West Nile, for the city of Carson to be done on is it a 5-day, 10-day, whatever that might be. But I think based upon the urgency of it, that we need to make sure we are spraying more frequently than we normally do.
Yes, and we do keep everything on a very tight rotation. We have a program that exactly tracks what we've been using, so what material has been applied, and then B, how long that material lasts, and that we get back again before the effectiveness of that material wears off. So yes, and we're following that for the city of Carson, of course, as well as for all of other cities in the district.
My last question, how many homes did you have I think it's the little tiny boxes that you see on trees in certain areas, do we have them identified where they're placing them at, or do we need to place more of those little boxes on the trees in certain neighborhoods?
No, I think what we do is, like, all the dots that were on this slide a few slides back are the sources that we know. Like, a big portion is, if you want to go back just a few slides. This one. Yeah, the red ones are underground storm drains. These are stormwater conveyance systems, because there's a lot of earthquakes and you are in the shallow of the LA basin, so there's not a lot of flow. So we know of a lot of places that are breeding mosquitoes underground, so we treat those. on a regular basis, again, depending on what material is used and when it has to be retreated. And then in green there you see the residential and public sources. So those are the gutters. Anybody that calls us for a service request and we find breeding in their backyard, those things. And then in blue, the 181 were ponds and swimming pools that were breeding mosquitoes last year that our staff responded to. So it's definitely free of extra charge to the residents to call us. So when there's a mosquito problem, please do give us a call. Go to our website, fill out a service request. We'll be sending somebody out to help you find what causes your mosquito problem. Perhaps it's you, perhaps it's your neighbors. People always assume it's the neighbors, but it turns out to be them quite a bit. Just saying, you know. So we will come out and we take extra precaution, yeah. And definitely we know that this year, because the South Bay in general is usually not have a lot of West Nile virus, in the San Fernando Valley, for example, we have every year a lot of West Nile virus activity. It's mostly a disease between birds and mosquitoes, and people only get sick when there's a lot of activity out there and they're kind of a dead-end host. But because we don't have a lot of activity year over year here, there's usually a lot of birds that have never had West Nile virus before, so it can really amplify. While in the San Fernando Valley, every year all the birds that get it get really sick, they die. Next year, only the newly hatched birds haven't had it. Everybody else has kind of had it. But here, because we have years in between more activity, there's always then, when it does happen and the weather is warm enough, a lot of activity in those years. So we are expecting this to be a big year for the South Bay, and we will definitely be keeping track of all of those activities.
I did say my last question, but this is my last one. To the city manager, and I don't know whether or not through his staff, individuals who are in our community that have swimming pools or spas in their backyard, and they may not be maintained, and having algae growing and everything else, is there any way that we can police, send notices out to that effect? Because that is a very high breeding area. Yeah. When you have homes that may not be living in and they have their pools unmanaged or maintained, those type of things.
Yeah, and if anybody knows of a neighbor that doesn't because they have an upstairs window, please do let us know. We also regularly scan the area for badly maintained pools. We are subscribing to a aerial surveillance that gives us new data every 3 months, and then we go look again to see if there's anything new that has been developing. We send notices to those that we observe, but if we could work with the city and with our communications department on an insert for your newsletter, that'd be great.
Thank you. Oh, Jim Deere.
Thank you. Susan, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you do a great job there at the Sanitation District. I know because I served on 2 different terms. One was a 10-year period of time, 10-year plus, and then a few more years, 5 years or so. The second time I came around some years later. And so the staff, led by you, do a great job.
Well, thank you.
And so I want you to please express that to all the staff members that when you came here tonight, they're recognized for the tremendous professionalism and effectiveness, because they really interact with the public, which can be difficult at times. Sometimes the public doesn't want to cooperate. They have a swimming pool with a mosquito larvae in it, and they don't want it to be treated. But I think the law's in our favor. We need to protect the general public.
We do get inspection warrants. So if somebody does not want to cooperate, so we serve those
from a court
frequently.
Or a judge, rather. Yeah.
From a judge, yes.
That's right. And so this is a very serious issue. This is protecting public health, and the West Nile virus could be fatal. We actually had a city commissioner, Al Shipman was his name. He contracted West Nile virus at the Madrona Marsh in Torrance. He lived in Carson, but he actually passed away from that disease. So we know how serious it can be, and it's really important the information you get out to the public. just if I could take the liberty, I want to encourage people, if they have any standing water, even a thimble-sized piece of water, a little water standing there, make sure it's eradicated, completely dried out. I think they need 7 days for the larva to
Yeah,
mature.
between 5 and 7, depending on temperature.
So get rid of it in 4 days is what I say. And if you get rid of that standing water, you'll be helping you, not just you and your family, but you'll be helping your neighborhood and the entire city of Carson.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much
Yeah,
for coming here and giving us that update. You may have said it in your presentation. What day are we on from the first day of detection? I think a lot of us need
I think we're about 4 weeks now.
4 weeks.
Not quite 3.
3.
Yeah, it was middle of June when that sample was collected.
Okay, and what is the time period in which we can?
Well, I think this will just continue now through the
Okay.
summer. I'm pretty sure we will start seeing. We haven't seen any West Nile virus dead birds in Carson in many years. That's why my slide didn't include any positive dead birds, because we haven't had any, because there's been so little activity. But we're expecting this year to see quite a bit of activity, both in the infected birds, as well as more mosquito samples. So really urging residents to keep all their outstanding water clear and operational, or just not have it if we can, and use repellent, most importantly, to protect yourself.
Okay, so
It'll go all the way through probably Thanksgiving.
wow. Okay, thank you for that. I mean, I'm one of those. I have a koi pond with no koi, but I do have pets.
We would love to bring you
Right.
some mosquito fish
Yes, I have
if you
pets.
don't
So,
have koi.
yes.
Yeah.
So as far as pets are concerned and that type, I know we talked about pools and all that. So the best thing would either be to empty it out or cover it.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
dry it out?
We try not to recommend emptying out, because depending on the water level, sometimes the whole pool pops up.
Yes.
And then we do not take responsibility for that. But yes, either we can be completely dry. Our preferred version of everything is running and operational, because like in 23, for example, we had a big summer storm, like they might be more a big August storm event that covered almost the entire county, and it filled all these dry pools with enough water to breed mosquitoes. If those had been all functioning, they would have not caused us a problem, but because they were dry and not anymore, now we had to go back and address all of these again. So definitely functional,
Yes.
and ready to swim. Enjoy them if you have a pool. You know,
Yes.
might as well enjoy it.
Well, thank you for that information. And I mean, I'll see you Thursday.
See you
But Madam
Thursday.
Mayor, we should get some updates, and we should keep putting it out
Yes.
for the community to know, because this is important, and a lot of us.
Just let us know, and our communications department will be glad to collaborate.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you. And I want to thank the councilwoman. She is our representative on the board. Councilman Deere had it for years. And that's a nice little drive.
It
she
is
has
a
to
big
take.
drive, yes.
It's a big drive. So I just want to thank her public for her dedication after being appointed to the commission, and also to Councilman Deere for serving on that board.
Especially during rush hour.
Yes. Thank you very much
All right,
for coming
well,
out.
Thank you so much. We're always available for answering questions.
Thank you. Send us all the literature that we have so we can get it out to our
Yeah,
residents.
I think we drop off literature for you all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to take the liberty of the mayor to move up this item number 14, on the agenda, because I have someone here that I want everybody to recognize early before we get into the agenda. And item number 14 is our city manager. Our city manager, we have done so many wonderful things here in the city of Carson. And I want to take, I always call him my CEO. And that is David C. Roberts, who brings a lifetime of service and leadership as City of Carson city manager. He joined us as the assistant city manager and was later unanimously appointed to the city manager overseeing municipal operation. He's known for his hands-on bridge building approach and united complex city functions to ensure that the mayor and the council's vision translates well for the community. I want to say that he gets our vision out, not their vision, and it's a team effort, and that's something this city council had not had for a while, because I've been here. Dave Roberts says that for his role, listening is essential and says that a city manager must absorb input from multiple directors while ensuring those perspectives converge into clear action. He describes leadership as standing beside others rather than standing in front of them. Economic vitality is essential to a city's long-term sustainability, he says. The plan check process for business quickly stood out as a key concern since local businesses waited up for 24 months for approval. But Dave Roberts proposed bringing in a third party along with my councilwoman here, TransTech, to make sure that our businesses did not have to wait forever. We had projects that were laying in the key for 2 years and our residents were complaining, and now I think it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they're out of here. And it brings in additional revenue to the city. He's shown that cities must be proactive in removing operational barriers. He also says fiscal discipline remains equally important. Long-term planning, he says, must remain flexible enough to navigate both economic growth and downturns. Last year, our city manager helped launch a major municipal fiber network, making high speed no longer a luxury. One of his earliest priorities was strengthening support for Carson's employees. Now, Carson has the highest paid municipal workers in the workforce in the South Bay. We take care of our employees. He believes in building bridges, not barriers. And I want to say that our city manager, Roberts, says with faith, a strong team, and commitment to serve, we have positioned Carson to be the face of the future with confidence and purpose. We are now known throughout the South Bay as the jewel of the South Bay. And I wanted to take this opportunity, because we've had many firsts, but to have our city manager voted as the best city manager, not only in the South Bay, but how far, city manager?
The whole state.
The whole state. I mean, that is an awesome, awesome accomplishment for us. Building bridges for civic progress. Congratulations, Mr. City Manager, and thank you for all that you have done and what you're going to do in the future, because you know we have a list here. But the message that our city manager gives is no means you won't, can't. We don't use that here in the city of Carson. And that's thanks to the leadership team that he has assembled here. And they all work together as a team. And we've had so many accomplishments from HR, just so many. And this is like the icing on the cake. You got a city manager that's the city manager of the year. Carson, give your city manager a round of applause. Clock it, clock it. Would you like to say a few words, Mr. City Manager?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. Really, this recognition it's an incredible honor to be recognized for work that really I attribute to my colleagues. I attribute to the residents. I attribute to you and the City Council. We heard it earlier today in the invocation that there's safety in the multitude of counselors. And so I really rest on the wisdom and the counseling that's provided, the direction that's provided by you all. But it's the really the team that I have the pleasure of serving with on a daily basis that really makes the city move. The residents, their support has been tremendous. We all have continued to do things to see the city move forward, the accomplishments that have happened, and it really just comes from the direct leadership that I have the pleasure of being able to receive from you and the council. I'm honored to be able to be in this position. I don't really care about accolades, tags, and titles. My team knows that. I've never been big about that. I've really just been about a we product versus a me product. And so with that, I just say thank you humbly, but I could not receive this without really honoring my team, without honoring you, Madam Mayor, and our city council, because you all give us the opportunity to do this every day for the residents. So thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I didn't say it correctly earlier, but can't means you won't. That's what I was trying to say. We don't use the word can in our vocabulary because it means you won't, and we don't operate that way. We operate on a can-do attitude, and I'm just excited about the fact that we have a team that has that same mentality, other than we'll make it happen next year. So thank you. If you have not seen our budget, we started off, I think 6 years ago with a $54 million surplus. Today we're sitting on $259 million. Okay, I think that deserves a round of applause. Thank you to the team and to the residents for putting their votes and voices behind the direction that this council and our management team was moving in. You cannot run a city if you don't have any money. You're just sitting up here occupying space and sucking up the air. Okay. Okay. So thank you again. I want to, Councilman Deere.
Yes, I just want to reiterate how my colleagues feel. We know you're humble, but you're effective. And that's really the best thing the elected officials could ask for in a city manager. So you're someone that works well with so many other people. You get the job done, and I just can't say too much for what a great job you do. Congratulations. Well deserved. Dr.
Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I wanted to just congratulate you. I was glancing over at that. I was like, what, he made him a book or something like that? No, I'm just messing with you. I just want to say congratulations. I've watched you from the very beginning. I watch you work your way up, came in as the assistant city manager. And I remember when they used to call you a little boy with the bow tie. And just to see you be elevated in the success and the notoriety that our city now has, where Carson used to be the city that you drive through, now it's about to be the city that you drive to. It is amazing, and I'm incredibly grateful for the team that you have assembled together, and a great team that is working to move Carson forward. So I want to just say hats off to you. Oftentimes in leadership, people don't like a whole lot of accolades, but you got to give people their flowers while they can smell them. And I'm glad that someone is giving you your flowers while you can smell them. So congratulations.
MPT.
Well, Robert, you answer the phone anytime I call, day or night, and I said, and I hear background stuff, and I said, okay, he got his family is going on, but he still takes my calls. I think that for you to have been able to maneuver yourself and position yourself and to do the things that have taken place in this city in the last short period of time that I know you've been the city manager is to be commended. I think that only great things that was ever going to come from you from day one, because you didn't know that I knew you from Hawthorne. So I already knew what was happening with you then. And to see this recognition and to have it done at this point at this time, it's supposed to happen at this point in time, because a lot of things are pivoting and moving in this city that many of our residents still don't know. But once we're able to publicly say what they are, they will see the shine that you have been doing and the work you've been doing behind the scenes. To your team and to all that have been supportive of you, no organization is as great as its leader, and its organization has to be based upon those who support that leader. And I just say commending for what you'll be able to do in making this city the jewel of the South Bay. I just say hats off to you and kudos.
Councilwoman.
Yes, congratulations, City Manager David Roberts. You and your team and your leadership, you're all young, you're innovative, you're hungry, and that is exactly what we need in this city. So again, it's your team, your energy, everything that you bring forward, and all your followers. You know, that's what we need. We need teamwork. So thank you. You will bring the city of Carson to its full potential, and it's great to watch from up here. So thank you. Thank you all.
Yes, he was called to serve at a time such as this. LA 28 is on its way. Okay? And people are calling to say, what are we doing here in the city of Carson? I get called now saying, well, could you guys tell us how you did A, B, and C? No, when you were laughing at us, you didn't call me. So we're moving, and it's to this team. So thank you to everyone. And your contract will be extended. Hallelujah. Okay. Next, the item number 7 is going to be continued. Clara Johnson. Oh yeah. Let me go back to the captain. Captain Norman is here with her, and I know she has a good report for us.
Good evening. Good evening. Congratulations, City Manager. Thanks for everyone for inviting me to be here tonight. I do have quite a bit to report, so bear with me. On Wednesday, the 24th, Lieutenant Lumpkin and our SAL teams attended a 2026 LA 28 Olympic and Paralympic Day of Sports event at Carson Park. On Saturday, the 27th, our Carson Station's Community Relations hosted a pickleball tournament to support the Special Olympics fundraising efforts. Carson shares raised about $4,000 for the Special Olympics event and organization. On the 27th, our SAL team participated in the Samoan Heritage Festival at Fosia Park. A total of 5 individuals, juveniles and males, adult males, were arrested for charges that range from disturbing the peace, fighting, possession of ammunition, being in possession of loaded handguns, and convicted felons with the possession of a firearm. On July 1st, I attended the Dominguez Community Homeowners Association meeting at Dominguez Community Hall and discussed quality of life concerns. On Sunday, June 28th, during an illegal street takeover event at Charles Willer Street and Harmon Avenue, a shooting occurred, resulting in a total of 7 victims. One was a male adult, 22, that was deceased, and 6 male victims were transported to Harvard UCLA Medical Center, and several victims self-transported themselves to multiple surrounding hospitals. Carson Sheriff Station, we continue to aggressively combat illegal street takeovers through proactive enforcement, intelligent-led operations targeting organizers, participants, spectators, and engaged in criminal activity. We encourage the community to contact us immediately if they determine that a street racer event is actually taking place or getting ready to take place. We have a zero tolerance for those responsible for, and we'll continue to disrupt these illegal takeovers. This investigation is remaining active. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact the LA County Sheriff's Department Homicide Bureau at 323-890-5500. And if you choose to remain anonymous, you can always contact LA Crime Stoppers. Again, we appreciate the city of Carson for allowing us to put on events and operations as far as street racers are concerned. On June 29th through July 5th, our SAL teams and summer enforcement teams began illegal firework operations It began on the June 29th and June 30th. We had a couple different operations that regarding illegal fireworks. We conducted controlled buy operations, and that resulted in 2 firework misdemeanor arrests. Approximately 200 pounds of illegal fireworks were recovered. On July 3rd, we had also an operation that had 1 felony arrest, 2 misdemeanor arrests, and 1 fireworks citation. On July 4th, we had 1 felony arrest, possession of a loaded firearm in a public place, 3 misdemeanor arrests, and we also, and during our entire tracking event that took place from July 1st until July 5th, we had a total calls of service, about 141 calls for service, 200 pounds of fireworks were confiscated, with 9 persons arrested, 8 misdemeanor arrests for fireworks in the county area, and 12 citations that were issued for the city of Carson. We also responded to a block party that was illegal in the city of Compton as a result of what is actually receiving quite a bit of media attention, in which 300 to 400 people were involved in an illegal block party, and multiple gunshot victims as had occurred with that. On July 5th, our summer team was actually deployed to East LA regarding the FIFA Mexico soccer team civil unrest. Last but not least, we are showing that our Part 1 crimes are continuing to trend low. We are at negative 11.2%. Are there any questions for me?
Thank you for that report. You had only 12. I guess Nora has more citations.
Right.
Okay. 12. I was getting ready to faint. Okay. Dr. Hilton.
Yeah, I was going to say 12. The citations. Thank you, Captain Norman. I do wanted to. I know that the fireworks were illegal fireworks, and safe and sane fireworks are illegal in the city of Carson. How many calls for service? It sounds like they were popping the fireworks all night long. I wanted to know how many calls for service, but I think you explained that, and we were able to hand out so many citations. But I want to know about the street takeover. If I was hoping that this council, as much as we kind of invested in the fire prevention, fireworks, maybe we can invest in drones being in the area if we know where the street takeovers are going to be. Maybe we can deploy drones over there to get a handle or to get film. How are we combating that, especially since someone lost their life at that event?
Well, as we realize, the Carson Sheriffs, we do not have a drone program, and I just need to be very clear about that because it goes against Carson Sheriffs and the Sheriff's Department's policy. What we can do is facilitate, and what we have recommended is that we work towards actually perhaps using other types of technology in order to combat that, but it wouldn't be drones.
And maybe this is something for the council at a later date. The areas in which they are driving in, maybe like some little speed bumps or something like that, because they wouldn't affect the trucks that are over there, because most of the time they're in the trucking area. And sometimes I hear it for hours before anything is broken up. Is there any reason why it's such a lapse in time, or they let them gather so much before they break it up?
Well, street racer events are really complex. What I can say is that the city of Carson has already implemented putting out bumps and speed bumps, and that has been actually instituted by Public Works and Dr. Arlington Rogers. So that is something that we've also been able to utilize. As far as the reason that it continues to go, once is brought to Carson Sheriff's attention as far as responding to a street racer operation, then based on the number of staff that may be working that night, our primary objective is to bust it up. We are primarily targeting the folks that are conducting the racing, conducting the takeovers, and then trying to bust it up. We utilize our resources as far as Aero is concerned, other stations are concerned, but it is an Achilles heel for the city of Carson, as well as myself, and we continue to combat it.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate you.
I have a question along that same line. All of these kids have social media because they were all there. We should, or do we? I know you do, but how are we monitoring that to make sure? Because I know when we had the street takeovers down in North Carson, we jumped on it immediately, blocked off the streets because we were notified early.
Well, that event was an actual a lowrider event, which is completely different. And we did receive intelligence as far as that's concerned. As far as the street racer operations and the events that are coming into the city of Carson, I want to be very clear. These are not residents of Carson. These are people that are coming into Carson that are participating in this activity. Thus far, we're still tracking as best we can as far as where they may land as far as the street racing takeover is concerned, but it's not necessarily the residents and the young folks as far as Carson is concerned. But they're coming from all over, and our best resource as far as attacking and putting resources in it is part of when we actually impound the vehicles. We need to personally see when it happens, and then track and then return back to operations in order to impound those vehicles, which has actually been very successful, because when we use our social media to establish that we are in fact responding and taking these vehicles, we're getting like 25,000 hits on it. So they're paying attention to when we're actually going back and taking these vehicles. And we've gone as far as the Inland Empire, Ventura County, San Diego County, Riverside County, in order to impound those vehicles. So it is very effective. And they know that we are putting resources in it. We had a low, and now we're back at summertime, and so here we are.
Councilman Deere.
Thank you,
Captain.
Captain, thanks for that really illustrative and thorough report. I want to touch on the street racing. I noticed in other communities and in Carson, there's a lot of intersections that had been used for these donuts, and they're putting these strips, elevated strips on the street to stop that. And how effective is that? Is my first question.
It's definitely effective. It has been extremely helpful. One of the issues that we have, and one of the challenges that we have, is when it's at one location, they'll move to the other location. Yeah. So,
but we do see that it's stopped in those locations.
Yes.
So through our city manager to a public works director, the council might want to maybe amend our budget to make sure that we can get rid of these dangerous activities. And this is one way to do it. The other effective way is the excellent law enforcement that we have with the LA County Sheriff's Department. But working together, that's how we make our city safer. Right. So that was on that point. The other point is about the fireworks. I'm not sure if it's because it was 250th anniversary celebration, or if it was because we eliminated the safe and sane fireworks and people still wanted fireworks, so they took their money and put it into the black market. I'm not sure why, but this year was worse than last year. Mm-hmm. It was, at least in my neighborhood, not just in Carson, but in West Carson, lots and lots of illegal fireworks shooting up for hours and hours. So your station has jurisdiction over that unincorporated county area. Were you able to, I know it's a county ordinance, not a city, but in that area, were you able to give citations and stop some of that activity in the unincorporated area around Carson?
Yes. We were actually, one of the challenges with fireworks is that law enforcement must witness uh, the actual activity as far as lighting and the fireworks. And within the unincorporated, yes, we actually had 8 citations, and we had multiple operations there as well. Our summer team was deployed within the county areas, whereas our SAL teams were deployed within the city areas, the city of Carson.
And you said 12 in your report that 12 citations were given in the city limits?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not criticizing. It sounds like a relatively low number considering the amount of fireworks that were exploding in the air and polluting our air. Are there any pending issues with people that you might have caught selling or shooting off fireworks that we haven't got citations on them yet? Or is there anything else happening?
Not that I'm aware of on our end. I can't speak for public safety, but on our end, those are the numbers that we do have. I will say that operations leading up to the 4th of July also supported control buys, taking fireworks before they could actually get onto the streets.
Right, I see.
And those were effective as well. Keep in mind that we did confiscate 200 pounds before the 4th of July. And I don't know why. Maybe it's the 250th anniversary as well. But
well, we'll find out next year, because this year it was really intolerable. It was just really for our pets, for people who are veterans that might be affected by the explosions, and just the average person not wanting to constantly hear these explosions around their house. So I'm sure next year you'll have another excellent plan and you'll implement it well. Thank you.
Thank you. I must say that was not the problem in North Carson. We did not have, I talked to the captain several times on the 4th of July. We did have some cherry bombs going off late, but I heard, she told me South Carson was ground zero. North Carson was obedient. The majority of them, I would say 75% of the residents. We did have some, but it was not like South Carson. And I think that was due to the fact that our residents knew that this body did not ban them. They banned them. The residents, you wanted the vote to go to the residents. The residents said no. So it's going to take a process. This year was 250th anniversary. Next year it'll be, hopefully the message will get out. I've asked staff to look at you can look at the same policy if we don't have it already. In Anaheim, they have a property liability where the drones go up in the air. You're going to talk about that in a few minutes. And I'm going to be asking that we implement that. They take pictures of all the fireworks, whether it's a sparklet or not, and the city staff sends out citations. So you can fire up. One guy got a fine in Anaheim for $303,000. I think that got his attention real quick. So we're going to be looking into that, and I'm going to hear from Nora on the same subject after our councilwoman speaks. Councilwoman.
Thank you. Thank you, Captain, for that report. I know years ago, we, myself, Madam Mayor, the city managers, and we talked about drones. And we even learned how Beverly Hills has their drone patrol. So I think we need to revisit that. I agree with Councilman Hilton that, we need to use drones to investigate the illegal street racing, fireworks, whatever we can do, eyes in the sky. And again, with that issue in Anaheim, they used drones to catch a suspect. And yes, I read he was fined $300,000, all caught by the drone system.
He had to go and negotiate to get it down, but
Yeah.
it acted onto his property. And it's not just it goes to the property owner. So if I'm renting a property and you cause this kind of damage, you probably won't have a home real. You'd have to
Yeah.
move. But I think, and I know Nora has something because we talked about this last year. So I'm gonna let Nora come up and give her piggyback off your time.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
So good evening, Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council. Yes, to touch on a few of the topics that have been brought up already, the City of Carson's Public Safety and Emergency Management Department did conduct drone enforcement on fireworks Thursday, July 2nd through Sunday, July 5th. We did issue a total of 19 citations. The code that you're referencing, Madam Mayor, is it's Chapter 1, Fire Prevention, and it's Section 3101.7. And it's any resident of premises of which illegal fireworks are found or from which fireworks are illegally discharged or sold shall be subject to the same civil liability or criminal penalty. So this is what allows us to issue those administrative citations for fireworks through drone enforcement. We do not have our own drone team in place yet, but we did it through a vendor from which you're familiar with, and that's how we were able to conduct drone enforcement.
Well, 19 is still low with the war zone. I'm just looking at, with the blessings of this body, I'd like us to look at more. We had 2 drones out.
Correct, but they have to take turns. So because of the amount of funding that we had available for this contract, which, Madam Mayor, I'm glad you're bringing that up, we really essentially could only have 1 drone up at a time. And then we also have the burden of proof. So we have to essentially hover over the home, watch them light the firework, go inside the home, and then we capture that as evidence.
That is not what Anaheim is doing. They take pictures, and I'd like you to look at that ordinance. They take pictures with the drones. Those drones are sent back to the city staff. City staff issues a citation. There is a property liability ordinance that the city of Anaheim has.
That's the one I just read off to you, Madam Mayor.
Really? Well, we need to get more drones flying or something.
That is the issue.
Yeah, so we need to start looking at that for July 4th, not wait until July 4th comes around. We need to start putting together a plan of action for this year, not only to address the fireworks on July 4th, but also the street takeover. So you need to bring back a budget and a request because 2 is not sufficient. Last year we issued 90 citations. What happened? I thought it was 90.
No.
How many?
Last year we issued 38 citations total.
Okay, we're down 19.
I will say the previous year we issued 57, 2023, 52, and 2022, 52. So there was that decrease between last year and this year, but they pretty much averaged within the 30s.
Okay, we dropped off this year, and like we were saying, we have a no fireworks. Correct. And like I said, half the city did cooperate, but we need to make sure that we get up to, and you're gonna always have those that are out there, but like Captain said, South Carson was at ground zero. It was terrible. And, you know, we picked up Compton, we picked up Wilmington, but it was just a message that some folks was going to sending. So we'll increase what we did and go after those ones that are violators, because if you don't go after the tickets, it's like, oh, well,
Absolutely.
a big thing. Councilwoman, did you have something? Okay.
If I could also add, during our enforcement for fireworks, we did see a gathering of what began to be a street takeover. We were able to place that call for service, and that increased the deputies' response time. So that was a best practice in utilizing this for fireworks, but ultimately it did help out with street takeovers. Additionally, with the other street takeovers that did take place, my team has already coordinated with Public Works to get those additional speed bumps, if you will, placed in those general areas. But as Captain mentioned, we put them in one area and then they move somewhere else. And so we're constantly having to adjust, but we are responding to it.
How many do you have?
Right now, I want to say we're up to 14.
Maybe you need to double it. Okay, but I'd like you to contact the city of Anaheim. If they're able to take pictures and send ticket citations to the residents, we should be able to do the same thing.
And that's exactly what we're doing. So a part of those 19 that I mentioned earlier, our team is sending out those citations to the homes.
Okay.
So the only difference here is that we have video footage, if you will, versus they just take the picture and then use the picture as
Yeah, they had
evidence.
fish. I know we discussed this last year, so I'm glad. I don't remember approving that policy though, but thank you.
It's in there.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Quick question.
The MPT has a question.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Question regarding the cameras that's supposed to be in the major intersections. Where are we with that implementation and that process? Because we talked earlier about street takeovers and about they're in the major intersections in our community. We need to look at where we can put these cameras at in these intersections to catch them in the process. Do the license plate readers, that type of thing?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, good evening. Just a bit of, I think, sequencing associated with that. The Phase 1 broadband is sort of the first step in achieving that so that the bandwidth demands related to those cameras are met. Putting cameras up now would be a little bit difficult for us to get reliable streams back from the intersections. That's for live motion cameras. The LPRs are already up. That was something council approved many years ago and has been very effective.
So we, in certain intersections, I know where we had the street takeover up in the past Central near University Drive, are there cameras in those areas? I'm not sure there's cameras in those areas, in those intersections.
No, sir.
I don't believe in that area. We could provide a map of where all the LPR cameras are so that the council is aware if you'd like.
I'm just thinking of the hot spots. If we know where they're actually driving at, we need to put cameras in those areas and we need to put notification. You are being seen, as the mayor say, I see you.
I see you.
Sure,
and we need to put that up in those areas.
Yes, agreed. And I think we've been in discussions with the sheriff's department about even temporary cameras that can be placed when we notice a hot spot or propensity of certain areas that are off the beaten path. So those are things we're discussing with them now.
Okay, and that I think Nora, you said that we have 14 cameras. I mean, drones currently right now.
No, we unfortunately contract with a drone provider. At that night, or I should say for this enforcement period, we've had 2 drones. They basically take turns going up. Once the battery starts draining, they go and they swap. So it was only essentially 1 drone at a time, but with 2.
Okay,
We want to increase it about 10.
that's too low. We need to do at least 4 to 5 drones per district, and that we can cover north, south, east, and west of the city, and that we may need to look at staffing or contracting out based upon an operator that's monitoring what's happening in that area, say from July 3rd to the July 5th, that type of process, someone that's actually looking and issuing citations as they come up.
But let's start now.
I agree.
Let's start now. Let's lock them in now. You wait till the 4th, you'll end up with 2 or 1.
Absolutely. And yes, we started on the 2nd this year.
I mean, securing the drones.
Oh, yes. That part, we've actually been using the drones for FIFA response. So we've already been contracted with them. This was just one of those separate tasks.
No, I'm saying to get more. More.
Yeah, no, we'll
Yes.
we'll come forward with that. Yes.
I would be happy to submit a request
Thank
for
you.
more. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Write the check, yeah. Next, we will hear from Battalion Chief B. Wade Kelsey.
Good evening, Mayor and
How are you?
City Council. My name is Wade Kelsey, and I've been appointed I'm the newly appointed Acting Assistant Fire Chief of Division 1 for the Los Angeles County Fire Department.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Assistant Chief Kane is on extended leave, and he sends his regards. Tonight, I'm here to report on the activities for the Los Angeles County Fire Department during the month of June. During the month of June, the Los Angeles County Fire Department responded to a total of 1,369 emergencies within the city of Carson. Out of those calls, 1,159 were calls for emergency medical services. Out of those, 735 people were transported to local hospitals. In addition, the County of Los Angeles Fire Department responded to 48 fire-related incidents and 5 hazardous condition calls. Outside fires accounted for most responses, with 37 incidents involving rubbish, dumpster, vegetation, and encampment fires, primarily along the freeway corridors and roadways. Fire crews, just to back up real quick, 23 of those outdoor fires were deemed PEH fires. Fire crews quickly contained these incidents, preventing extension to nearby structures. The department also responded to 4 structure fires, including a lithium battery fire, a mattress fire that resulted in 1 burn injury, a dryer fire caused by lint backup, and a commercial building fire that was successfully controlled by an automatic sprinkler system. In addition, crews handled 3 vehicle fires and 2 other fires, including fireworks-related activities on roofs of single-family dwellings. There was a hazardous condition response that included a significant sodium hypochlorite leak at a water treatment facility. There was also a minor freeway fuel leak that was contained before reaching storm drains, and an electrical hazard at a residence, and an illegal oil dumping incident. Overall, fire department personnel effectively mitigated all incidents while minimizing property damage and protecting public safety. Unfortunately, I apologize, I do not have any statistics for the month of July. However, I can state that we did have a robust augmented staffing plan for the 4th of July holiday. We did have strike teams on the ready to be able to respond to areas of high activity. We did have patrolling resources out in the community in efforts to maintain a presence and in hopes of reducing firework-related activity and maintaining a quick response time to any potential fires that could be started by these illegal activities. We also had a large community outreach program discouraging the use of fireworks and making sure everybody was aware that fireworks were illegal in the county areas as well as the city of Carson. Is there any questions?
Thank you for that report. And I'm hoping that our captain is doing okay and that he'll be back. But thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Councilman Deere.
Thank you. Also, I want to say thank you for that very good report. We appreciate being updated and kept informed, because you're on television, so you're actually not just informing us and our staff, but the entire city of Carson that may be watching either on the internet or on channel 35. So I know you don't have a report for July, so I'm not going to ask you to give precise details, but any fires on July 4th or injuries that might have been reported?
I don't know of any specific injuries. I do know that there was some large-scale fires outside of the city of Carson during the 4th of July holiday. I know that we had an automatic aid response with the City of Los Angeles Fire Department in the Harbor Gateway area.
Yes.
So there was resources from Carson that responded to that. And again, I apologize for not having the statistics for July 4th, and I plan on getting those to Nora as soon as possible. I can get you a report.
It's okay. I was just curious if there was, but nothing stands out as
nothing stands out as
within the city limits
significant in the city, and I haven't been informed of any injuries related to fireworks in the city of Carson.
Well, your team, your entire department does a fantastic job. It's very much appreciated. You working to keep people in Carson safe, whether they live here, work here, or visit here, and I just want to ask you to pass that on to the entire department that works in the Carson area. They're very much appreciated, and hopefully next year we'll have less fireworks than this year. 'Cause I live in South Carson, where it was the war zone, and it's really, really heavy amount of explosions, constant explosions, and so we'll certainly see you in action next year on 4th of July, and then of course all year long, every day of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, MPT.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Assistant Chief Kelsey, thank you for that report. Quick question, two things. One was you talked about a lithium battery fire. Where was that?
Let's see, I can find it in my report here. So on June 5th, 2026, there was a structure fire at 21926 Vermont Avenue. Units arrived on scene to an outside shed fire with light smoke showing from the front. They made access and found a small contents fire inside the structure. They found the cause to be a small lithium battery that had malfunctioned and caught fire. We utilized our health hazmat crews to come out and mitigate we put the fire out, but health hazmat comes out and they mitigate the actual lithium battery fires. And we're seeing that a giant increase in that throughout the county. And the program that we have with health hazmat is they're able to, we have to put it out, but they need to clean up the remnants of the lithium
The aftermath
batteries.
of it.
Yeah, because they'll keep reigniting if they're not taken away.
So are you guys equipped to handle a lithium battery fire? I mean, a massive one if there was one?
Copious amounts of water is the only thing that we have really at this point to fight these fires. It's definitely an issue that the fire service is battling with across the nation with the increase of lithium battery fires. But at this point, copious amounts of water is our major tool.
Okay. And you also said in your report about initials of PH. I'm just curious, what does PH stand for?
Persons experiencing homelessness.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if my colleagues knew about that. I'm going to ask. I didn't know what it meant, but thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Any more questions? Well, thank you for coming out.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Next we will have, I'm going to skip 8 and 9 and come back to that. But if I skip to 8 and 9, I want you to stick around to see the videos, okay? Are you guys listening? Proclamation. We're going to go down. The first one will be a proclamation recognizing Parks and Recreation Month. Yes, I did see one. Councilman Hicks, I'm gonna get you guys up soon.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Would love to have our Parks and Recreation Commission to come on up to the front, please.
Don't read the whole thing. Cut it short. Don't read the whole proclamation. Hi there. How my commissioners? How you doing? How are you? I'm good. How are you? Sir, hi, Commissioner. How are you? Come on up here. Who's the chair? Who's the chair? Yeah. Right here in the middle, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Well, as you know, in the city of Carson, we pride ourselves in our Park and Recreation Department and making sure that we have activities here in our city for our youth and for our seniors. And this month is July 2026 is Parks and Recreation Month, and We always have to do this annually here in the city, and whereas parks and recreation are essential to the quality of life in communities throughout the nation, including the city of Carson, by providing welcoming spaces that promote health, wellness, and environmental stewardship and community engagement. And whereas in 2026, theme celebrating the dedication of parks and recreation professions, volunteers, community partners, and residents whose collective efforts create safe, inclusive, and vibrant spaces where people of all ages and abilities can thrive. Whereas parks and recreation support mental and emotional well-being by offering opportunities to connect with nature, reduce stress, improve cognitive health, and encourage social interaction and lifelong learning. And whereas parks and recreation creates a sense of belonging by ensuring that public spaces and programs are welcoming, accessible, and inclusive of all residents regardless of age, ability, and background. And whereas parks and recreation programs provide critical services that promote youth development, healthy aging, nutrition, environmental education, and lifelong recreation opportunities. And whereas July is the celebration National Parks and Recreation Month to recognize the immense contribution parks and recreation facilities and recreation professionals make towards creating stronger, healthier, and more connected communities. Now, therefore, the Mayor and the City Council of the City of Carson, California hereby proclaim the month of July 2026 as Parks and Recreation Month and encourages all residents to celebrate by visiting Carson parks, participating in recreational programs, enjoying the city's open spaces, and recognizing the dedicated professionals and volunteers who make the opportunities possible. Dated today, the 7th day of July 2026, signed by the entire City Council and attested by Dr. Clea Bradshaw.
Thank you.
Thank you. First, thank you, Madam Mayor, and to the rest of the City Council for recognizing July as Parks and Recreation Month. Also, just want to quickly recognize my commission colleagues, Commissioner Cortado, Commissioner Briantes, Commissioner Hunter, Commissioner DeHealy, for standing here with us today. And just want to also, I do want to say that the Rec and Parks staff, I know that, and congratulations to the city manager under his direction. He's made some great hires. But let me just tell you, this is the best Rec and Park staff that we have in the entire South Bay as well. They keep the parks beautiful. They keep the programs rolling. Children are always smiling. Seniors always feel welcome and comfortable. And the programming is unlike any place else you'll find in the South Bay. And so if you're watching from outside of Carson, although there will be an out-of-city fee. No, I'm just joking. No, but seriously though, I'm gonna let the mayor say that. But seriously though, I mean, this is definitely one of the best recreation and parks programs. Really, I know in the South Bay, but really in the nation. And I will stand it up against any program in the nation if they ask my opinion. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, we'll have a proclamation, American Independence, from Bishop Hilton, Councilman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have our Veterans Commission here to receive this. Come on, please stand up with us. Whoever the chair is, our great chair, I want you all to come. Come on up, but I want everybody to come. Commissioners.
I see, that's why you held mine.
Here's a proclamation in honor of Americans' Independence Day, 250th anniversary, whereas on July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence, proclaiming the 13th American colonies to be free and independent states, affirming the self-evident truth that all people are created equal and are endowed with the unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Whereas for 250 years, The ideals expressed in the Declaration of Independence have inspired generations and Americans to preserve freedom, defend democracy, and work towards a more peaceful union while serving as a beacon of hope for people around the world seeking liberty and self-government. Whereas the city of Carson proudly recognizes a rich diversity of its residents who many cultures, background, and experience reflect the promise of America and strength of our community through civic engagement, mutual respect, and shared commitment to freedom and opportunity. Whereas American Independence Day reminds us not only to celebrate our nation's achievement over the past 250 years, but also to reaffirm our responsibilities. I wanted to read that a few times because it seems like we're getting away from that. But also to reaffirm our responsibilities as citizens by participating in our democracy, respecting one another, and working together to ensure liberty and justice for future generations. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of the city of Carson, California, do hereby proclaim July 4th, 2026 as the American Independence Day in the city of Carson and encourage all residents to commemorate this historical 250th anniversary with pride, gratitude, and patriotism, and no fireworks. We urge you, all citizens, to honor the legacy of our founding fathers, recognizing the sacrifices made to preserve our freedom. Celebrate the enduring values that unite us as Americans and recommit themselves to the principles of liberty, equity, and justice and civic responsibility that continues to define the United States of America. Dated this day, the 7th day of July.
I'd like to thank everybody coming out for this. I've got my 4 of my commissioners. I believe we're short of half of them, but we all are traveling around, having many other commitments to our other veteran organizations that we all are involved with. Any other veterans in the room? Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you're a veteran. We're the ones that, the veterans are here. We fought. We fought to protect these rights, and we're going to keep fighting even though we're not in the military. We fight to help our veterans that did. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we're going to do mental. Oh, really?
You're too short, man.
That's for you. Mental Health Awareness Month. Who's presenting that? Disability awareness. That you said?
That's me.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Oh.
Can we get our Human Relations Commission or Disability Commission to come on up?
Oh, you guys are supposed to wait to see the proclamation. Don't be trying to sneak out of here. Yeah. You have to wait.
You can't leave. Have a seat.
You can't leave. That's
Have a seat.
no. Oh, they're leaving anyway.
Look. Carl is out the door.
Oh, see you guys.
Come on up,
I want you
Luce.
to see the videos.
Audra.
That's okay. Come on, right here.
Come on. Right here. Come on. Hello. Thank you. Okay, I want you between. Here you go. There you go.
Well, thank you so much.
No, I do. We're here to recognize July as Disability Awareness Month here in the city of Carson. And whereas July is recognizing throughout the United States as Disability Awareness Month, a time to celebrate the achievements, talents, and contributions of individuals with disabilities while promoting awareness, inclusion, accessibility, and equal opportunity for all. Whereas disability is a natural part of the human experience and enriches the diversity of our community, strengthening our workplaces, schools, neighborhoods, and civic life through the unique perspective and abilities of people with disabilities. Whereas the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 established landmark civil rights protections that prohibit discrimination, promote equal access to employment, public service, public accommodations, transportation, telecommunications, and community participation. And whereas the City of Carson is committed to fostering an inclusive community where all individuals, regardless of abilities, are treated with dignity, respect, fairness, and where barriers to participate will not be in place, and continue to identify and remove them. Whereas the City of Carson celebrates the accomplishment and leadership of residents with disabilities and affirm its commitment to creating a community that values diversity, promote independence, encourages self-determination, and promotes self-equal opportunities for every individual to succeed. Now, therefore, the Mayor and City Council of the City of Carson do hereby proclaim the month of July 2026 as Disability Awareness Month in the City of Carson. We encourage all residents, businesses, schools, community organizations, and public agencies to promote awareness, foster accessibility, embrace inclusiveness, and recognize the valuable contribution of people with disabilities. Together, let us continue building a community where every individual is welcome, respected, empowered, and afforded the opportunity to participate fully in all aspects of community life. Dated today, the 7th day of July, 2026, signed by the entire City Council and attested by our City Clerk. Thank you for that. And one of the key things that we're going to be doing in 2028 Olympics, we're having our Paralympics are going to be here, so we are very inclusive of all of our abilities here in the city. So we have Luce that's here that's going to speak on behalf of the commission.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor, City Council, City staff, Carson community members. I want to give a special thank you to our Mayor Pro Tem for recognizing this month and in having your leadership and inclusion and recognizing our community, our disabled community. I want to also, I had plenty of notes, but I thought I was gonna have the podium. So I would just speak off the cuff and from the heart. I wanna thank the whole City Council and Madam Mayor. This has been something that's been in the works for quite some time. We've come to you, for all of you, for support. And if you believe it or not, it's only been 8 months when my fellow commissioner and I were accepting this proclamation on behalf of the Human Relations Commission. But the Disability Committee, which is my fellow commissioner, Audra Thompson, and myself, have been working on this since November of 2025, so it's only been 25 months. And those 8 months, 8 months, and in those 8 months, we have gotten to work, and we have met with the Senior Advisory Council. We've met with our risk management, Mr. Galosian. We have put out our call to our residents that we are here to support. We are here to make sure that we are the liaison between our residents and the council. We have established a we've also established our email where residents can contact us if they have concerns. We've established relationships with different departments throughout the city, and we are just getting started. So I want to give another special thanks to my fellow commissioners, and especially my partner here, Audra Thompson. There's two of us, but we're small but mighty, and this is just the beginning. There is more to come. And to our Carson residents, I invite you, if you would like to volunteer, come join us, come join the work. We are here to make sure that Carson, it's the jewel of the South Bay, because we are all included, all shapes, all sizes, all abilities. So please come and join our efforts. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started. Thank you.
Very well said, my dear. Our chair of the Human Relations Commission, Ms. Ramos, come over here. Hi. Did you want to? I'm so impressed at how you have quite a few of your members here. That's great. Did you like to say something? She's a former youth commissioner. Now you're the chair of the Human Relations Commission. Well, you were the vice chair. Started out as a youth commissioner at age 14. Is that something? Would you like to say a few words? One word, two? Sure.
Yeah, Oscar Ramos' daughter.
I just want to say thank you to our mayor pro tem, the council, for giving us our new commissioners in our disability committee. They're doing amazing for this 8 months, but they've been doing their work. So we are supportive of everything you guys do. So thank you.
Thank you. Photo. Thank you very much. Next, we will have a proclamation recognizing Filipino American Friendship Day, Community Friendship Day. Ooh. Councilwoman.
All right, maraming salamat. And I would like to call up Jason Lastino and John Eric Pabalan, if he's here. No, Jason, it's just you. So this is SoCal Filipinos. All right, SoCal Filipinos. If you don't know, if you're not already following them, you need to. SoCal Filipinos founder, Jason Lastino. Founded in June 18, 2020, SoCal Filipinos is the largest nonprofit organization and community network connecting over 400,000 Filipinos and Filipino Americans across Southern California. About 50,000 just on Facebook, about 350,000 on Instagram, and thousands more on YouTube. And with deep historic roots in the city of Carson, SoCal Filipinos' mission is to connect and empower the Filipino community by celebrating our shared experience through meaningful content, dynamic programming, and vibrant events that foster unity, cultural pride, and lasting impact in the community. Thank you so much for keeping your content positive, no negative, all promoting forward, growing Filipino-themed cultural events in Carson and globally. So again, thank you so much for being here. And I want to read the proclamation that you've got there. And again, maraming salamat. And the Filipino American Friendship Day, for those of you who don't know, that's our July 4th. Okay, so whereas the Republic of the Philippines formally attained full independence from the United States on July 4th, 1946, marking the establishment of the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines after nearly 50 years of American administration. And whereas Philippine American Friendship Day commemorates the enduring friendship and longstanding partnership between the Republic of the Philippines and the United States of America, founded upon shared democratic ideals, mutual respect, cooperation, and a commitment to freedom and peace. Republic Act number 4166 officially designated June 12th as Philippine Independence Day, and you were all there to celebrate that with us. And then on July 4th as Philippine Republic Day, recognizing the inauguration of Independent Republic of the Philippines and preserving the historical significance of the friendship between the Philippines and the United States. Whereas the city of Carson proudly celebrates its vibrant Filipino-American community, whose contributions in public service, education of Filipino Americans, and promote greater understanding, cultural appreciation, and continued cooperation between the people of the Philippines and the United States and SoCal Filipinos. You have done exactly that, and you have touched over 400,000 in the city of Carson and in Southern California and globally on your social media platform. So therefore, the mayor and the city council of the city of Carson do hereby proclaim July 4th, 2026 as Philippine American Friendship Day in the city of Carson. We honor the shared history and enduring friendship between the Philippines and the U.S. and in Carson. And we recognize the immeasurable contributions of Filipino Americans to our community and nation and encourage all residents to commemorate the occasion through educational, cultural, and community activities that celebrate our common heritage, democratic values, and lasting spirit of friendship. And Jason, thank you for doing all of that and putting out our culture, our Filipino culture throughout Carson and Southern California and around the world. So thank you and congratulations. I know your friend is not here, but you are just such an honor to have you here. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, such an honor to be here. People who know me actually grew up here in Carson, went to Carson High, was at 232nd, went to Stephen White. So homegrown Carson boy here. So I'm going to read because I'm not good at going off the cuff. So again, thank you to the mayor and to the council members for this recognition for SoCal Filipinos. Our goal has always been to connect, celebrate, and empower our community. And we believe that when we invest in our culture and in one another, we create opportunities for future generations to thrive. Thank you again. John Eric couldn't be here. He's on a family vacation in Hawaii, but I'm sure he would have loved to be here to accept for both of us. But again, on behalf of the board of directors, the team, and actually over 500,000 that follow and are part of the SoCal Filipinos community, we truly thank the city of Carson.
Yes, thank you.
That's quick, thank you.
Yes. Got a real powerhouse here. Okay, and Jason, through, thank you so much, but through Jason and SoCal Filipinos, you have always promoted Filipinos and our culture and our entertainment all around. And so thank you. I'm going to bring the next group up that you have helped to promote. I think, where is my sheet? Did I lose my sheet here? My cheat sheet, there we go. Got a cheat here. So one of the groups that, again, here in the city of Carson, we like Carson residents that settled in Carson, are working, playing, performing, and doing everything in the city of Carson and representing in the city of Carson. So we have here the Junior New System. We have Mark Almera, Giselle Valencia, Jeff Valencia, Mark, Mars Vista. Come up, please. And yes, so yes, thank you. I think this one goes to, yes. But okay, so I want to read your bio and come on all in here. Yes. So the Junior New System is an internationally recognized hip-hop dance crew originally from the Philippines and proudly based in the city of Carson, California. Thank you for settling in, Carson. Yes. With over 17 years experience in the dance industry, the Junior New System has built a powerful reputation for their high-energy performances, creativity, and world-class talent. The Team Junior New System has grown to international fame as the finalists in the Golden Buzzer on Asians Got Talent, America's Got Talent, showcasing their passion and artistry on some of the world's biggest stage. Their journey continued as finalists on the World's Got Talent Champions and multiple prestigious competitions. JNS, Junior New System JNS, is also a World Championship of Performing Arts gold medalist, proving their excellence on the global stage. They are also back-to-back champions of the NCCA Sayaw Pinoy in the Philippines, further solidifying their legacy in the dance community. In 2026, just a couple months ago, the Junior New System made history by earning the silver medal, second place at the USA Hip Hop Dance Championship, officially securing their place as Team USA.
Yes. And proudly represented the city of Carson in doing that. So, for the World Hip Hop Dance Championship, which is happening on July 24th to August 1st in Phoenix, Arizona. So stay tuned. They are representing Carson, California as the USA representatives in the world. This is in the world, hip hop. Okay, so from the streets of Sampaloc, Manila to Carson, California, and to the world stage, the Junior New System continues to inspire the next generation of performers by proving that their dreams, hard work, and passion can break boundaries. So congratulations. Thank you for being in our community and always promoting our culture and being proud Filipinos. So, okay, Mars right there is their manager, and please, yes, please speak to us.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. 17 years ago, we're just dreamers, a small group of dancers from the Philippines. Because of their God given talent and my proper guidance, we mastered our crafts. That's why we almost traveled the world. We are the first Filipino dance crew on America's Got Talent, and we achieved more awards. City of Carson is very close to our heart because since the beginning, since the first time we live in the U.S., City of Carson is the first and only city that we lived in. Until now, we are fulfilling our dreams, but still, we are still in Carson. As a gratitude, thank you so much in behalf of Junior New System, beloved Mayor, City Councilors, and all the residents of Carson. Thank you so much. As a gratitude, we joined Hip Hop USA, and we are proud to represent Carson, and we won the silver medal. And now we are official Team USA, battling for the whole world, the best of the whole world. Hopefully, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. You need another dancer? Clock it. Yes. Mr. City Manager, with your magazine is on my desk. Can we take a quick photo?
That's why he can't dress.
Mm-hmm.
Put on a new suit.
Yeah, hold that. Yeah. Arlene.
And you didn't get that enough for either, did you?
I didn't.
We need to frame it. I need one with his staff.
Director?
Director, the entire staff.
City treasurer, too.
Everybody. Everybody. Come on, city manager, city attorney. Let's just do one with the staff, because I may try to get it in the rec guide. Only staff? Uh-huh.
Oh, staff only. Okay.
We're going to put it in the rec guide.
Oh, yes. Yes.
at you. Smile. Oh. It's 8:30 what? Well, thank you, thank you. That's it, we're good. That one's going in the rec guide. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Rita, Rita. What's going on, you? Okay, what's next on our agenda? Oh, I left it. Michael, George, pass me my agenda this time. I was doing so well with it. It's sitting. Oh, thank you. No. Well, I have notes on mine. Next, we'll have Juneteenth celebration recap video. We just want to thank you, Lord, for making this day possible and bringing all these beautiful people here today to celebrate Juneteenth and what it meant for us to receive the message that we were free people 2 years after. So I just want to say to everyone that's here, enjoy this wonderful day.
We're here in the Great District 3 at Anderson Park celebrating Juneteenth in 2026. Other communities don't even understand and recognize that what we do here is a cultural thing. We want to make sure we celebrate all the culture that represents the city of Carson.
I'm so excited to represent the city of Carson in the mighty District 1, the neighborhood that I grew up in all my life. And I'm just super excited to see all of you here today, so give yourselves a round of applause.
You all know that we are known as the Jewel of the South Bay, right? Let's celebrate this cultural, historical, and educational holiday, and also a holiday where we can have fun and enjoy ourselves and live under God's unity.
I was out there dancing and grooving to the beat and just having a great time celebrating Juneteenth. Thank you to everybody gathering here today to celebrate a special day, special month, a special time in our society, and we're going to continue to celebrate together.
Brandon does those. See the difference? They're just, oh, excellent. LA 28 Day of Sport recap video. This is a good day here in the city of Carson. This year, I proclaimed the year of the child, and you are representing that cause. You're winners because you're Carsonites. We are the jewel of the South Bay, and you are our future.
The Olympics are coming to the city of Carson, you guys. Your dreams are important, and I'm really partial to the Paralympics. Your disability does not limit your ability, and that you're able to achieve things beyond what most people could ever think about doing. Have fun, have fun, have fun.
Carson, where are you this morning? Today is a great day for our young people to be inspired as they see themselves in each Olympian here today. You are champion, and I proudly stand here with my colleagues celebrating our global and local champions.
All of the adults here today, we care about you, we love you. Remember, all of you have an unlimited future because you're in Carson, California.
We are getting a glimpse of the world coming to Carson in LA 28. And you all, this is the beginning. We are starting the road to our LA 28 Olympics.
As a teenager, my freshman year, I made the Olympic team in the 400 meters. I won 2 Olympic gold medals.
I was a kid just like you guys, and I actually trained at Dominguez Park. I'm a 400 hurdler, and I am training for the 2028 Olympic Championships.
I play rugby for the Team USA, and some games will be held in Carson. And that's the place where I'm from, where I grew up, where I learned a lot of my values that I still keep as of right now. This is the start of your journey, and today is the day you decide for yourselves and for your dreams.
We get to return with the Olympics for 5 events here in Carson and 3 Paralympic sports for the first time for the Paralympics to be in Los Angeles. We're extremely excited as an Olympian and also as the general manager of Carson Sports Park. I couldn't be more excited to welcome the world to our home here in Carson.
It's not about the weights that I lift, but it's uplifting the next generation to participate in sports, and no matter what hurdles you face, you can be great. Have fun, you guys.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Tell Brandon I said I like it. They did an excellent job to your multimedia team. Fantastic. Thank you.
Is that on our website?
I don't know. Is it on our website? Not yet. It will be. Great, great,
On
great.
the website for the Olympics or for this regular? Both? Okay.
All communications for matters listed on the agenda. Madam City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I do have one comment card for an agendized item, and there are 3 comment cards for non-agendized item, and I do not believe there's anyone in the queue. Nope, and there's none in the queue on Zoom either.
Thank you. Let's go with the agendized item first.
Mr. Patterson? This is for agenda item number 31, Madam Mayor.
31. Hi, Mr.
Hi,
Patterson.
Kyle.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
You have
Good
3
evening,
minutes.
Mayor, council members. Quick shout out to you all too for the drone light show. That was pretty cool. I'm here today because of a project here in the city of Carson. This was a worker that I met on the job site, and I'm going to submit this to you all once I'm finished reading it. This is her testimony of being on this project here in Carson construction site. So I started working with M&M which is the contractor, from Monday, April 27th to May 8th, 2026. I came on as a helper with my father, and I'm going to leave his name just redacted right there. You all can read it personally. That first week working there with me and my father had asked for an application whenever we would see the man who had hired me, Israel, I believe. He just say he'll bring it whenever he has a chance. The following week, we continued to ask him for the application. Again, we would just get dismissed, and he said he'll get back to us. Finally, Wednesday, around and after the shift had ended, and we were packing up our stuff to go home, we found him in his truck and asked him for the application. He then finally gave it to us. I finished it, and the next day turned it in to him Thursday. They got paid on Friday, and since the week before was rent week, I was in urgent need of money. Friday came around, and at the end of the day, some of the workers were passing around checks, and mine, unfortunately, was not in the pile. At that point, I called him, and he had said that since the application came in too late, he wasn't able to get paid that week. From then, I packed my stuff and decided not to come back to the job site. And I'm going to just finish this last little piece right here. There's a few more, another paragraph. After I sent everything in, a new month came, which meant the rent was due again, and I needed the money. At around the fourth week, I still didn't get paid, and finally, June 12th, I got paid my final check. This is just some things that are kind of like happening on job sites. This is her own writing to me. She sent the email, and I just wanted to present it to you all so you can have it. This is a job site right here in the city of Carson. This is the kind of stuff that happens on construction sites that don't have labor standards on them.
Thank you. I need to be with you. I think we have a meeting, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. We have 2 non-agendized items.
3, Madam Mayor. 3 non-agendized speaker cards.
Okay.
Okay, call them.
Yes.
Genesis Rodriguez. Hi, Genesis. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Mayor, council members, and city staff. I'm here on behalf of the Los Angeles County Sanitation Districts and the Clean Water Works Education Foundation. We have the pleasure of having Mayor Lula Davis Holmes sit on both boards. We're very excited to invite you to our inaugural Clean and Green Fest that's happening Saturday, August 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It'll be held at the A.K. Warren Water Resource Facility, a 280-acre wastewater treatment plant located right here in the city of Carson, where we treat wastewater, and pretty soon we're going to be turning that into purified water. But a few things about this event that we're very excited about. We have over 25 exhibitors confirmed. We will have a mobile aquarium where kids can go up and touch the fishes and marine life. We have partnered with the Vector Control District to have a mosquito RV unit where you can learn more about mosquitoes and how to keep ourselves safe from them. We will have facility tours. We will have magicians, face painters, free photo booth. We will have free burgers and hot dogs for everyone. We will have our largest trucks on display because, as you know, kids love trucks. And we will have, did I mention facility tours? Because that's a big one. We're very excited about it. And the best part is that all of this is free. Also, we will also have our workforce development team educating Carson residents on careers in the water sector. And I'd also just like to say, express my gratitude for Director Whitaker and his awesome parks team. We've been meeting on a weekly basis. They have shown us so much support. I know you guys have so many events to tend to throughout the year, and thank you for making it seem like this is the only event that you guys are doing. I know that there's a lot more behind the scenes, but we're working very closely with your parks team. Dr. Rogers, we got the lane secured closures to ensure that we have a safe and good event for everyone. We're working with your social media teams, public information teams, and we're very excited. And I just wanted to invite you all and the residents of Carson to the Clean and Green Fest that will be taking place on August 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank our Director of Parks and Recreation and Community Services. This has been a joint venture between the two. And when I was in the meeting and they were talking about it, having an event, I said, why not Carson? I'm the one put you on the spot because it's such an awesome event, very informative, a lot of information. So what I'm going to ask, another request, is that we want to make sure Carson is in the house. I know, are we doing buses per park? Transporting the kids in? Mr. City Manager, Mike Whitaker.
we are providing transportation at the actual venue for a shuttle. And then we're also connecting with all of our child cares here in the city of Carson to actually utilize this particular event as one of their field trips. Since it's the summertime, it's a free event. Come on out, get some candy, have some fun, enjoy the actual festivities that they're actually providing. So we're going to definitely be in the house on that day.
Well, I like 50 for a park. If you fall short, it's okay, but that's a nice number. That facility is, I think everyone needs to tour it, all of our residents. We're going to have the largest recycle water facility anywhere, and I think our residents need to know that. A lot of people don't even know that's in our city. So to the city staff, if you have not visited the site, I think we should, and we should be there that day in full support, because we've toured it several times, but it's worth seeing, and it's going to be a great day. So thank you for coming out. I appreciate you very much, and thank you to the staff.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Robert Leslie. Mr. Leslie, you have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Madam Mayor, as well to the staff, the council body. I just want to be here to let you know I'm doing a follow-up on the event that we had a chance to meet with the Board of Supervisors on the 23rd of June. By the same token here, just want to let you know that a group of people that went to the event was really concerned on the issue of safety, as well as some of the impacts in the health as the aspect of that Weingart and LA County project that's going to happen with Weingart on Albertoni. With that said, there, by the same token, a lot of concern to the people that was there when they left was a comment that was received from the diocese from Supervisor Holly Mitchell. She clearly said, in 2022, we notified the city of Carson about this project, and they unanimously approved this project because, therefore, they had met the low income status from the state. So they approved us putting this type of project here on that site. Now, the conflict is like, I understand that in 2022, you had to get approval to the state guidelines that you had low-income type of status for zoning for that type of projects or in your cities. But you saying on the diocese that you actually approved that project, that was a conflict. And the people, when we left from there, we had concern about that. By the same token, what was the same reference there? People say, well, listen, why weren't we notified if they was given notice in 2022? And the thing is, by the same token, I think one of the speakers there say, he know for a fact when they did it in Torrance, the council body, as well as Supervisor Hahn, was making sure that she stayed in contact with their council body over in Torrance when they actually was doing that process. And ironically, that wasn't the same aspect with Supervisor Mitchell. So now we're still in a limbo here. We understand that this matter has some very adverse replication on impacting the city. So we're just trying to see exactly, are the city going to take some type of action or some type of reference to see if they can sit there and minimize this matter in a legal format or not.
Madam Mayor,
so
that's 3
thank
minutes.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager, could you explain, I think you explained it at the rally, what really took place in 2022, because I don't remember us approving that project. Was I asleep?
So, yeah, thank you, Madam Mayor. So in 2022, what's being referenced was, if you recall, when you were a participant, as well as I, Dr. Hilton, we had the opportunity to meet with Cal State Dominguez Hills as well as LA County Supervisor's Office. They were in attendance along with, at that time, the original president and attorney for Weingart. We all met at the property site, and the discussion was City Council was interested in the project only and only if there were 3 categories that was provided and mentioned. The first category was single mothers and their children. That project was not fulfilled and couldn't be moved forward because Weingart had stated that they do not provide projects for children. So the second category that you had recommended, Madam Mayor, was the unhoused students at the university. While they were looking into that and considered that, your third option was then it be all city or all vets, military vets, unhoused vets in the city. The primary goal, though, was to go after all students in the university. At that time, the vice president of the university, Mr. David Gamboa, was also present. There was conversations with all parties that were in attendance. And the conclusion of that meeting was that yourself, Dr. Hilton, wanted to ensure that this would be 100% unhoused students because our own university currently has over 1,500 unhoused students. Many of them sleeping in the library, their own, maybe a vehicle or a car in the parking lot. The university would actually leave the library open 24 hours to allow the unhoused students to stay in there during finals, but that was just during finals. The idea was to ensure that this is going to be 104 beds available. If we have 1,500 students, yes, that's not going to solve that problem, but it is at least a partial solution to have as many unhoused students in the university to take occupancy. The agreement was verbally made. Then at that particular moment, later on in that year, is when there was commotion about the CEO at the time, as well as the attorney for Weingart placed on administrative leave because there was an investigation for fraudulent behavior from within that organization of Weingart. From that point forward, that was the last communication in 2022 that the city had. The city was under the was in the understanding, along with the university, the county, and Weingart, to work through whatever situation issues to ensure that there would be 100% housing for unhoused students at the university. Everyone at that meeting understood the request, understood the assignment, and was under the guides of this is what this project was going to be. It was actually going to be the first in the country to say any university, any college could actually follow this model, and everyone in that meeting was excited, Weingart including, the university, obviously, the county, absolutely. It wasn't until 2024 that we were constantly trying to reach out and find out what was the status of the project that we later were told that the city could only, or the county could only provide 75% of unhoused students. Then there was some other discussions on how do we make it 100%. We were advised by the county that we couldn't have 100%. It could only be 75% because there would be this discriminatory action for other students in other schools. There was still more communication as we began to try to figure out how do we bypass this 75% marker and have 100% unhoused students. When there was further conversation in 2020 or 2026 earlier this year, it went from 100% in 2022, 75% in 2024, and this year we were advised you can have 5 at the town hall. Then when we said 5, we have 1,500. Then it said actually there's only 2 that actually qualify to be a part of the program to be housed. So in layman's terms, the city, the university, Weingart were all under the understanding that there would be 104 beds filled by unhoused students from our very own university. It was imperative that you, Madam Mayor, Dr. Hilton, District 1, that the city were to house its own. Those that did not have housing, that was what we were trying to solve. And now we sit here disappointed, disgusted that our students still don't have housing. That's the bottom line.
Well, I want to go back even further. I don't remember voting on that. I didn't vote on that at all. And I think when we first heard about this, it was the Hampton Inn that they wanted to bring. I thought that was in 2022, the Hampton Inn. And they couldn't afford it. And the next thing we heard that it was they were purchasing extended stay. We never voted on that at this body. We were told we couldn't do anything. It was out of our hands. So when someone said we approved it, we never approved that project. Hampton Inn said, okay, we can't purchase it. I think a councilman, then MPT, may have read it in the newspaper that's how, thank you.
That's how I got it, Mayor. That's how it was announced to me in the newspaper. And once I saw it in the newspaper, that's when I reached out to the county supervisor and said, hey, we didn't know about this.
Yeah.
So all of the...
There's nothing we could do about it. So I don't know where it comes from. We knew about it. We was told, and once we were told, we started to say, how can we make it work better for the residents here in the city of Carson? And that's when we met and said, these are our three options. But we were told that there's nothing we could do about it. The property had already been purchased, and there was nothing we could do about it. And they supersede local government. So that's what we know now. When somebody can give you a date that we, as a body, voted on this, I'd like to know what date it was, because it would have been voted down. We were told this was going to happen, and they're superseded local control. That's the way I remember it. Okay? So that's the summary. We tried to get a model program here in the city of Carson that would house our students. And like I told everybody, shame on us, United States of America, for having veterans hanging on the side of a freeway begging for a handout when they made the ultimate sacrifice and fought while we were at home asleep. Shame on us that we have 1,500 unhoused students. That's our future that's sleeping in cars. And, you know, it didn't resonate with what it has, but it was too late when we got the word. It was like, it's done, you know, because we get some kind of unhoused monies that we give to. Who do we give our funding to? It's another organization. PATH?
Well, we used to give it to PATH, but we, through the direction of you, Madam Mayor and Council, we actually stopped that funding to PATH, and now it goes to our public safety engagement officers.
Okay.
We have it. It's basically in-house, and we took our own control because we weren't getting the results that we were hoping for.
Okay. Well, Mr. Leslie, I didn't vote on that. I was told. I'm only no one voted for that. It didn't come before this council to vote. This came before this council. This is what we're going to do. Okay. Who's the next? Thank you, Mr. Leslie.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could the staff do a little research and see what they're talking about with this 5-0 vote? Because Mr. Leslie, what he said tonight is correct. I ran into Supervisor Holly Mitchell this weekend by chance at Magic Johnson Park, and she said the same thing. She said that City Council in Carson voted 5-0 in favor of the housing development. She said that. And then, I don't know if it was a staff member or a member of the public said, well, there's not 1,500 homeless students at Cal State Dominguez. There may be 1,500 in the CSU system, but it's less than 100, and it's been verified by the CSU Dominguez Hills Police Department that they counted 5 most recently, but it's been under 100, they said, over the years. So I don't know what is accurate, but we should have accurate, truthful information. Otherwise, we're going in circles here. I mean, they're thinking and saying one thing, we're thinking and saying another, and that's really not good communication. But Mr. Leslie was absolutely correct because Holly Mitchell said it to me this week on Sunday that it was, your city council voted. I saw the vote. It's 5-0. So can you find out what she's referring to?
Right.
So that's one question. The second question, I know I'm reiterating the question. Second question is, they're saying there's no 1,500 homeless students at Cal State Dominguez. It's more like 5. So that's a huge difference. So let's find out accurately so that we're not saying things on public, on television that may not be correct. It's not a good idea to give out bad information.
Sure.
So let's find out, and then we'll know.
Well, I mean, and thank you for those questions. Number one, I think what she's making reference to, and Mayor Pro Tem has stated, it's the housing element. There was never a project that came forward to the city council and said, do you want to approve this unhoused 104-bed project in Carson? To make it also even more clear, the county did reach out when this project first was being proposed, but they reached out and the email stated to me that there is a unhoused project that will be in the unincorporated area of Carson.
Yeah, they didn't understand Hampton Inn is in the city of Carson.
Correct. And so they never told us where it was. They just said it was in the unincorporated area and it's not in Carson. So thank you for letting us know if it's not in Carson. My mayor and council is not going to be interested.
So that's what threw you off course because they're telling you it's not in the city, but now we found out.
Correct. It's the county's. That was the county's project. Secondly, when they said that the city council approved a housing project, they approved the housing element, but there was never a project specified for that.
So if you wouldn't mind getting to the 5 of us that the date of that housing element vote, so if we're ever in this situation again, we can say on such and such date we filed the housing element by voting for it.
Absolutely.
And that's all we didn't vote for homeless housing to be built in one of our hotels. I mean,
correct.
We don't want that. We didn't want to lose the hotel tax. I mean,
correct.
That's another issue at hand. We're losing money.
I think that was brought up also.
Right, and then just to emphasize that number, 1,500 unhoused students, the city didn't get that number. We got that number from Cal State Dominguez Hills, specifically from David Gamboa, who was working directly with the unhoused team there at the university. He was the one that provided us that information. We didn't know how many unhoused students they have there. We asked, that's why we asked, so that way we could say, is this enough? And they said, yes, there's plenty. We have several, over 1,500. And that was the number. That's where that number came from.
I see.
But
okay,
again, we'll double check.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I think that number came up at that meeting when we were at the site. Okay, so we voted on a housing element. We did not vote on a homeless shelter, so play with words. But anyway, our city manager will summarize it so you'll have it for our residents that are questioning these statements. But at this point in time, the project is scheduled to proceed. I think the best thing that we could do is talk about how we can make it, how we can better make it work, because I've been told that it's here.
How do we make it safe for the people of Carson?
Absolutely.
So is there a date, Madam Mayor, that their projected date to open it?
I think they're working with our Mr. City Manager with our Community Development Director.
Yes, and before Mr. Freeman answers, just to confirm, that city housing element, that was the 6th cycle, that was adopted on September 6th, 2022.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry about that, technical difficulties. So we do continue to work with the developer regarding their final certificate of occupancy. They do have a couple of outstanding items still that need to be wrapped up before the city would be in a position to issue that certificate of occupancy or a C of O.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, one more quick
Yes,
question.
Councilman.
Thank you.
Oh,
It would be great if we could stop this project by buying the hotel from Weingart, and then the City of Carson Housing Authority create 100% student housing for our students who live in Carson in their cars and wherever else they might sleep. Unsafe environment for them to sleep out in the, without any shelter. Anyway, that's an idea that maybe the staff could do a little research and find out if it's possible for us to buy the property from Weingart so they don't put in their what they want to put in, and we put in something that works for the people of Carson. Thank you.
Thank you. I think Mr. City Manager's already looked at those options, but he'll give you a report back on that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Norma Jackson.
Norma.
Good evening, Mayor.
Evening, Ms. Jackson. You have 3 minutes.
And to our councilman. I'm also here to discuss exactly what you're talking about. And I will say to the staff, you're absolutely correct because I did my homework and did a timeline. And basically, under this letter that was given to us the day I attended the meeting with our supervisor, Holly Mitchell, and this was handed to us before we got up to speak. Yes, I opposed the opposition of having a homeless project in Carson because it doesn't benefit, it has nothing, no safety for our residents. I've been here for 50 years. I sit there and I watched them put it together, and yes, records show, Mayor's correct, they were looking at Hampton, and Hampton was not on there for the money purposes, and I may be incorrect, but this is what was written. Along with that, they started looking at Primrose. So I was being the little scout lady going back and checking and seeing what was going on. Finally, it's not giving us any kind of wealth to Carson. And again, we have to look at this. There was a plan that was put together by the city alone in 2022. And in that plan, it indicated similar units, but nothing was never, ever approved. The plan, that's the question. Does the plan get improved? Does the plan stay in sync along with the proposal and within making a binding contract? So the thing is here, we do need to look at it and look at it very equally in that we need to put our students first because, for one, you will have value. We will have actual wealth because these students will benefit and bring a whole new community to us by going to school, getting educated, and coming back and staying in our community. I have yet to see Weingart show us any gratification of any of the homeless people who have arisen from their mental instability and drug use. Have they proved their ways of going forward and moving forward and helping in the community? I will say this in all concern. We have to look at the economic growth. We are growing here in Carson. Nothing taken away from our homeless. Yes, we do. But the thing is that they had several cities to look at, but why was Carson chosen? You didn't choose Torrance.
Madam Mayor, that's 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Norma. Thank you for doing your homework.
Madam Mayor, that concludes public comment. And just for the record, there's still no one in the Zoom queue.
No one in the Zoom queue? Okay. Thank you. That's good. Approval of the minutes.
Move the
Motion to
approval of the
approve.
minutes as
Second.
stated.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. They're trying to get out of here. Any comment? Hearing none, please cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Next is the consent calendar, items 16 through 29.
Motion to approve consent calendar.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Would anyone like to pull an item? Hearing none, please cast your vote. Item number, I need to vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 30, discussion item. Consider update on city projects.
Hi, thank you, Madam Mayor. This will be handled by our Economic and Community Development Director, Mr. Nathan Freeman.
Good evening again, Mayor and City Council. I have a significant update tonight. The Envision Carson and Manhattan Square project, located along Avalon Boulevard in District 1, continues to make substantial progress. This 1,100-unit mixed-use development remains the largest residential development currently under construction in the city. Just a week and a half ago, staff and several members of the City Council toured the residential models with initial pricing ranging from the mid-700,000s all the way north of $1 million. The project represents a significant private investment in Carson and is introducing a whole new variety of housing options as the community continues to grow and evolve. Multiple townhome phases are under construction, apartment buildings are progressing through plan check, and staff continues coordinating the remaining infrastructure improvements needed for occupancy. Speaking of occupancy, the first phase that we toured, all fingers crossed, will be ready in September.
Awesome.
Interested community members can visit lennar.com and in the search bar, type in Manhattan Square to see what's available here in our city. So that concludes my update, Mayor.
Thank you. That's a good update. And what district is that in?
The mighty District 1, everybody, just in case you missed it, all right?
I had made a request that we have another walkthrough with Carson Realtors. Where are we on that? Want to make sure that there was only one or two realtors from Carson. And I had made a request through the staff, Fair Capital, and staff that we organize a meet and greet, show and tell with our Carson-based realtors. They should be given an opportunity to sell those homes also.
Mayor, I'd be happy to follow with Faring and report back.
Thank you very much.
And we just to piggyback on that too, Mayor. So we've already with Mr. Embry, we had some discussions early on. And so not just Carson, we said South Bay. We wanted the realtors here in the city as well as the surrounding areas to have the first opportunities. And so, but the City of Carson Realtors Association is part of the South Bay. So they definitely are being notified, and Mr. Embry is aware.
That wasn't a request.
Yeah,
Carson. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, Carson. So if you have a few guests, I can understand. Thank you. Thank you for that report. It's a good report. Item number 31. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Again, this report also be provided by our Economic and Community Development Director, Mr. Nathan Freeman.
Good evening again. Item 31 before you this evening is a request to adopt Resolution 26-073, ratifying development impact fees credits for the Envision Carson mixed-use project. The item is before the City Council because although the demolition-related credit is authorized under the city's DIF ordinance, A formal credit request was not processed at the time of demolition. Staff subsequently reviewed all available records, verified the demolished improvements, and is bringing this item forward to formally document and authorize the application of the credit. The verified credit amount is approximately $3.6 million and will be applied to the current DIF invoice for lots 1 and 3 on the project. This action does not create a new financial obligation for the city and represents the full and final demolition-related DIF credit associated with the former Imperial Avalon Mobile Estates. That concludes my presentation, Madam Mayor, and staff recommends approval.
Thank you. Councilwoman, are you queued up? Is that old? Are you queued up? Is this old? Okay. Any conversation or questions about this item? Hearing none.
I'm prepared to make a motion, Madam Mayor. I'm looking for the recommendation here. I am waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-07, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, ratifying development impact fees credit in the amount of $3,652,660.62 associated with the demolition of the former Imperial Avalon Mobile Estates for the Envision Carson mixed-use project and authorizing the application of those credits to the current development impact fee invoice for lots 1 and 3.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Councilman Deere.
No, I was going to second the motion, so it's good.
Been moved and properly second. Here no further comments. Please cast your vote. Oh, me.
Motion carries.
Item number 32 is uncontested. Uncontested local appointees to the city commissions. I would like to appoint to the Public Works Commission Uzuma, it's spelled Ezoma, Mmeye, to the alternate position on Public Works. I think you have an application on file. That's my motion.
I'll look. Okay.
Yeah, that's alternate.
Alternate 1?
2.
Alternate 2. Okay.
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to ratify your appointment.
Thank you. I'll second my own motion.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Deere and seconded by Madam Mayor. There you go.
I have one for Public Works, Dr. Tashania Times.
Just, sorry, really quick, point of order.
Oh,
can you all
sorry.
just vote for?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Mine is uncontested.
We don't have to vote on his, it's uncontested.
We're still voting on yours, Madam
I
Mayor.
voted, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Councilwoman. Thank you. Okay, the motion carries for Mayor's alternate number 2 for Public Works. Dr. Hilton?
Dr. Tatanisha Times for Public Works.
Okay. And that's your uncontested?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay.
We voted?
My turn. No. We need to appoint someone to the Mobile Home Rental Review Board. There was an application that was sent upstairs, Mr. Drake Nelson.
Yes, I do need to appoint him. I'm sorry.
Yes, they are on me about
Okay.
filling this slot. So
Thank you. Remind me.
application's here. If anyone wants to review it, I don't know who has
I
a
have
slot.
it. Who has the slot?
I don't have the staff
Vacancy.
report.
I think it's my vacancy.
Someone appoint him.
The Mobile Home Rental Review Board. I think Councilman Hilton, you may have an opening. On the Mobile Home Rental Review Board, I think you have an opening. It's for the resident owner?
Yes, and as you recall, we were looking for more diversity in the park
Yes.
variety.
I
They
have an
all from the
opening.
same-
And I have an opening.
Wonderful. Yes, you and
Both of them are my openings. Alternate two, and
I think
the
we
resident
need him
owner.
to be at large. Mr. Freeman.
Both of them are resident owner for alternate, for uncontested. And
Madam Mayor, may I just have a point of clarification with the director?
Okay.
I want to make sure we put him in the right spot so we don't have any issues. Madam Mayor, I think the position needs to be in the at-large slot.
the two that I'm showing are resident owner and resident owner alternate two.
Dr. Hilton and Councilwoman Rojas both have an at-large. Dr. Hilton is willing to appoint Mr. Nelson.
Who is Sheila? Sheila is appointed, she's at large by Hilton. Sheila Richardson. I'm looking at the sheet. It says Sheila Richardson. She's an at large.
Is mine not up to date? Which one is it?
Did she resign?
No, she had to move.
No,
out of
she was
the
just
home.
moved.
Moved
She had
out of
to
the city.
change.
Moved into a
No.
different position.
Oh, I see.
So, am I looking at the right thing? Right sheet?
I have a point of order. Moved into a different position within the same board?
Yes.
Yes, we received feedback, Councilman Deere, in terms of the people who are serving on this particular review board. There needs to be more of a diversity from the park representation or the various mobile communities representation. So there was, many of the participants were all residing from the same community, if you will.
You mean
So
mobile home park?
mobile home park, sure.
So
community was the more appropriate term.
clarification then, Sheila Richardson, she lives in a mobile home park?
I'm not sure. I'm not here to discuss anyone's.
She's at large.
She's at large. So where did she go then?
She's resident. We moved her from a owner to an at large.
Alternate to an at-large. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
just
see.
changed the position.
Because according to the sheet I have right here, she's already an at-large.
She is now,
But
but
at all-
several meetings ago, we moved her to the at large from owner occupied.
So she's not moving again.
No, we're not moving her.
She's not the topic of discussion. Mr. Nelson is the topic of discussion.
We're trying to figure out where should we put him.
He needs to be in an at-large slot. So whoever has an at-large availability, that is the ask of the
Resident homeowner. He's a homeowner.
no. He needs to be in an at-large slot. He qualifies for an at-large slot. I'm not forcing him into an at-large slot, just for clarity. He qualifies to be in an at-large slot.
We don't have any openings.
Well, but there's
Councilwoman Rojas has a vacancy for an at-large position. You do.
I have Arlene Rojas, Susan Hernandez.
what about Susan Hernandez?
I'm looking at the one that's in my book.
Yes, correct. Councilwoman Rojas has an at-large position.
It's not open.
It is.
No, it's not open. The only positions in the mobile home park that are open are my vacant resident owner, uncontested, and my vacant resident alternate, according to this sheet that I have.
Yeah. That's what I see too. That's why it's confusing. The discussion doesn't seem right. Also, want to remind people that an at-large appointee cannot be living in a rental situation like in an apartment. and cannot be the owner of a multifamily building. It's in the regulations. Like they can't be a renter and they can't be a landlord in the multifamily situation.
Well, we're pretty good. It's just that we need to find out what openings we have.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your patience, Madam Mayor. Was someone else talking?
No,
Okay.
we're listening.
Okay, so the document that I had in my notebook was not correct. Now I'm looking at the staff report from the public copy. You are correct that you have a vacancy for resident homeowner and a resident homeowner alternate too.
You're right.
The note that I received from staff, and so just for clarification, I'm not staffing the mobile home review board,
I got you.
is that there is an occupancy issue that's preventing them from conducting business. And so the request was that this individual, Mr. Nelson, be appointed to. So now I'm confused, Director Freeman. So maybe the idea is that we put him in the available slot so that business can be conducted, because unfortunately that is the position that the Mobile Home Review Board is currently in. And that has been the consistent request from the consultant who staffs the Mobile Home Review Board, as well as the City Attorney's Office, that we get this particular individual filled quickly so that business can resume for this very important board that handles issues for residents. So I apologize for the confusion, but I just wanted to sort of summarize that a bit.
I don't understand why they can't have a meeting when I only have one vacancy.
Correct. It's not an issue of quorum.
Because Madam Mayor, the way the rental review board is set up, you have to have a number of tenant representatives, a number of property owner representatives, and a number of neutral representatives. So if you don't have the neutrals, you can't have the meeting. It's not a quorum issue. It's that the representation needs to be divided in a certain way pursuant to our municipal.
You have 3 at large.
At large, that's the word I was looking for. You have to have certain at large.
But you have 3. We have 3.
I have at large. I have park owner. I have is the resident owner. Tom King is a resident owner.
Yes, he is.
Bill Davis is a resident owner. And there's one vacant resident owner. Is he a resident owner then? Or is the whole chart
I
on?
don't know what the vacancies are, so
I just said it. Resident owner and alternate resident.
Correct. So the initial request was that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Councilwoman. The initial request was that Mr. Nelson replace Ms. Richardson's position. So we moved Ms. Richardson, and the suggestion or the recommendation was that this individual, Mr. Nelson, who applied, replace that prior position.
Thank you. Put him in the alternate because Ms. Richardson was in the resident owner position. We vacated that and moved her to the alternate. So thank you. Put Mr. in my resident owner position.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's an uncontested position, so you don't need to vote on it. Next is item number 33. Second reading of an ordinance.
I'll make a motion that we approve the second reading. It doesn't need to be read in detail.
Been moved and properly second. Please cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. We covered all communication matters not listed. All communications, council members.
Let's see.
Yes, we'll go back in there.
Are you ready for that?
No, we're going to go to memorial adjournments before we recess. Everybody's queued up. What are you guys queued up for? Councilman Deere.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go to council member oral communications council members.
I did.
Oh, so you ready? Yeah. Okay, I'm ready then. Okay, I just want to report out to the public that I attended the Los Angeles Amateur Radio Club, also known as Ham Radio Operators, for their event at Cal State University Dominguez Hills in Carson, representing the city. Also, June 19th, I want to remind people that June 19th is nationally recognized as Juneteenth. We celebrated a weekend before. Number 3, June 19th also is the actual birthday of the Filipino national hero, Dr. Jose P. Rizal. The public celebrated this at the Carson International Sculpture Garden on that day. It was a Friday. And then number 4, the next day, the Philippine Independence Day Foundation, that would be Saturday the 20th, they held another celebration recognizing Dr. Jose P. Rizal's birthday. Number 5 is interviewed by a reporter with the new newspaper in Carson called the Carson Compass. Number 6, let's see, I attended the recognition of I'm sorry, that's read my own notes here. Recognition of my church pastor, Father Tommy. He's leaving St. Philomena Church. He's a very popular, well-known pastor at the church. Number 7, represented the city of Carson at the annual Father Day church service at Bethel Baptist Church as a guest speaker. Then LA 28 Day of Sport at Carson Park in District 2, mind you. Also, I attended the Carson Sister City Association meeting on Wednesday, June 24th. I'm a member, longtime member of that. I attended a special celebration of our own local icon, 90-year-old gentleman, a resident of Carson, who walked arm in arm with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And that is none other than Roy Love himself. And I also want to mention that yesterday was he and Betty Love, his wife's 66th wedding anniversary. So if he's listening to this, happy anniversary to Roy and Betty Love for their 66th wedding anniversary. You can applaud for him, sure. We appreciate that. I don't know if he's listening, but he'll find out. On Friday, June 26th, I attended the Carson Senior Citizens Spring Mixer along with my council colleagues. It was set up as a drop-in social event for our Carson residents and their guests from neighboring cities. I represented the city of Carson at a special Outstanding Labor Leader Award ceremony held at the IBEW Electrical Works Local 11. And I attended the Carson Women's Club regular monthly meeting, recognizing the good work of those members who have for many, many years done tremendous things to help Carson become a better community. So the Carson Women's Club, I have a shout out to them. We had a wonderful Samoan Heritage Festival at Fosia Park, formerly known as Scott Park. I want to compliment Tommy Favai and all the committee members for being well organized and very efficient, and they were really good at getting sponsors. Item 15, attended the Carson Job Fair at the Carson Event Center, and I spoke with many job seekers, employers, and staff. And of course, July 4th, American Independence Day, I attended several neighborhood celebrations. I also attended Los Angeles World Cup 26, actually mentioned it earlier tonight. The Fan Zone by in LA County's Magic Johnson Park as a guest of County Supervisor Holly Mitchell. It's just a short drive up Avalon Boulevard, just north of Carson. And the game was Mexico versus England. It was a pretty fun event. So that's my report. Thank you.
Wow.
Busy, huh?
Busy. Thank you. Thank you. MPT.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just some quick updates from the city manager's status on Mills Park. Timeline for that, I think the last time I asked about it, I said I was going to get a timeline. I haven't received that yet. Status on the e-bike ordinance, where we are, we're bringing that item back about e-bikes in our city. The other item is our hardscape median cleanup around the mall. I'm still seeing bricks that are still broken in certain areas along the median that hasn't been touched yet. Two exciting things that has happened. We did have our Hire 360 job fair here at the Carson Event Center, along with the mayor and Hire 360. We had over 4,000 employees or potential employees that were trying to find jobs that came out. We had over 130 actual vendors in place. It was one of the biggest, I think, job fairs that we've actually had here in the city of Carson. We were on Channel 4, 7, 9, and 2, I think it was. I think Channel 7 actually did an aerial view to show that it went from the event center all the way down under the bridge, all the way back to Carson Street where the line actually ended. And they continued flowing in from the time they opened up the door until about 12 noon. So again, kudos to everyone that assisted and helped with that. And we're looking forward to doing another one. And we had over 1,000 jobs that were being offered. I found out the other day that 500 people were actually hired on different jobs on that day. Tomorrow, doing a property tax 101, along with Jeffrey Prang, that's going to be in attendance here at the Carson Event Center from 6 until 8 p.m. Come out to learn about homeowner exemption, property deed transfer, title fraud, homeowner alert, Prop 19, and how it affects inheritance and how transfer of homes can take place within your families or who you want to leave your property to. There are many different changes that have come up about that, along with Mayor Lou Davis Holmes, myself, along with the LA County Jeffrey Prang. We're making sure this event is giving good information. And now that we have all these new homes being built in our city, we need to make sure people know how to keep them and no one steals their deed off their property. On the 18th of July, having the FOU Family Community Barbecue at Callis Park. This will be the first of its kind putting together at Callis Park with the Callis Park Volunteer Association. It'll be at Callis Park from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come out, food, drinks, games for the kids, the entire family, and all are welcome. I did attend the Samoan Heritage Celebration at Forsythia Park. Very well attended, outstanding. Some of my close friends, if you please go out and see the movie, I always get it say it wrong. Moana, that's coming out, Moana. We have some of our own Carson residents that are actually in that movie, and some of our youth are in that movie, and they're being spearheaded in that. They were in Hawaii for a month filming about 2 years ago, so they finally told me that it's coming out. And attended the Dignity Health Sports Center 4th of July celebration. The residents showed up. It was at least over 5,000 in attendance at that event. They loved it. The families were out there. Folks were doing karaoke. I was out there singing, but I didn't have no karaoke though. But if you weren't there, you missed it. But again, it was very well received, and just looking for bigger and better things when we do it again next year. I'm complete.
Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I also wanted to echo that I did attend the Dignity Health Sports Park event. A lot of residents came out, and I want to just applaud the residents for coming out. Also would love for the council to explore if we can do an actual fireworks show, a permitted fireworks show where the city hosts a fireworks show. The drones, they were great, but I think we needed a little bit more.
Like that boom.
Yeah, we needed a little bit more, a whole lot more. So I think the fact that Carson no longer, it used to be a city where everybody, the city was, although it was a little activity, it was a little quiet. A lot of people usually come to Carson to hang out, but I think they deserve a fireworks show. So if we can see how we can get that, maybe just in a controlled environment, so won't do that. So I wanted to say that. I also attended Hire 360. I want to give kudos to the mayor and the mayor pro tem for hosting such an incredible event. All the people who were standing outside, we saw the line wrapped around the corner. It just speaks to the needs that's going on in our community. And also want to just shout out myself. It's my birthday tomorrow. So
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So, yep, that's it.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
I'm not going to repeat what everyone already said. It's great to celebrate together for July 4th, and it was a great event, and also to see all the community out there
was amazing.
celebrating.
Amazing.
Yes, all those drones. We need to borrow at least some of those to do our patrol, because there's a lot of drones that night. But a great day. I want to thank Arlington Rogers for coming out yesterday at Scottsdale Community and a meet and greet again to reunite with the new homeowners association and addressing what we can and cannot do as a city in private property. So thank you for doing that and explaining to the community there what the rules are with private property. It's something that they all need to know. I want to thank today. I want to thank Sheriff S, Marathon Petroleum, LA Unified School District. We were out in Catskill Elementary School with our beautification project. Thank you for that. And the kids are going to be delighted when they get back to school in September. So I think that's all I have as far as all the new things that we did do in the last couple of days. And thank you, everybody, for mentioning all the events that we've had. This was a busy month in June. Congratulations to, is it Argentina? I think we're left with Argentina. Yes, we've got the last 6 teams for the World Cup. So everybody, we're going to enjoy all those fan zones. So thank you.
Thank you. Let us sing happy birthday to our bishop.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Our city clerk's birthday too. Oh, the first. Well, let's sing happy birthday to both of them. Live on air.
Yes.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday, happy birthday,
Hilton and Dr. Bradshaw.
Happy birthday
to you. And many.
And for anyone, we're for hire if you need this to be replayed. First of all, I've requested Dr. Hilton that we start locking in real fireworks vendors already through our city manager, looking at identifying 2 sites so that we can have a fireworks show and incorporate a street fair for those that want to come out. But I think we do need to do something. The drone show was cute.
Maybe you need more drones.
It was, and I think the residents really appreciated the atmosphere, the picnic, and the family. The kids had a ball. It was over. I think Mike told me today they did a count. It was over 5,000 people there. At this event, they clicked them in as you went, and that's not. I know they missed some of the kids, but job well done. I don't usually like to be out on the 4th of July, but this event, I think it can turn into a nice family event, especially if we incorporate the street fair into it, so you can do some kind of fireworks there. But I did speak to Katie Pendolfo. They're not going to have soccer there next year because their soccer games have to. Adam. Oh, no, I meant Tamla. Tamla Lewis. It was a female. Tamla, because they're not going to have soccer games next year, or the year after, because they have to be in line with. with the European soccer. So we need to lock that in as one of our free events, because I know we were looking at revisiting the contractor we have, because that could be one of our free events there, the fireworks show. And so let's lock in let's lock in those two events. Let's lock in more drones now. And I want to say thank you guys for reporting out on everything that I did in your in your announcements. The job fair was extraordinary. It was just awesome. And I want to, Mr. City Manager, revisit the Dominican Republic. We wanted to bring them on as a sister city, and I was at the sister city meeting.
Yes, we're hot on that, Madam Mayor.
You're hot on that. That's good. Okay, so we'll see everyone tomorrow night at this property tax workshop that we're having. It's very, very, very important that you come and get all, because there's been some major changes that's going to affect how we, what we do with our property and the different taxes and the laws that have come into play. But it was a good week, and I just want to give a shout out to our Parks and Recreation team. The can-do team is what I call them. And I know you guys work around the clock. Well, who you get paid to play? How much fun? So excellent staff, and to our Public Works Director, just keep those streets being repaired. I like it. So thank you very much. Is there, and then we can go into what, memorial adjournments?
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
Before we get that, I do have a special for under moral adjournment, if
Okay.
I could read it off.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. This is in a loving memory of Samson C. Labasan. I think, yes, Dad, Samson C. Labasan, born June 16th, 1930, passed away on May 28th, 2026. However, the funeral service was held on June 29th, 2026, the same date as his wedding anniversary to his wife Willie, who he reunited in heaven. So Samson Coloma Labasan, who we all know, was born on June 16, 1930 in Pinili, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. He was the first son of Santiago and Roma Labasan. Sam and his wife Willie settled in the city of Carson in 1968 and produced their children Wilma, Joji, Wilson, Mission, Linden, and Clarion Labasan. After 95 years, Sam Labasan leaves behind a lifetime of happy memories and stories that his family and the city of Carson will cherish forever. He is survived by his current wife, Mergie, his 6 children, 15 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, his brother Arsenio, and while his family and the city of Carson is saddened by his passing, they will find comfort in knowing he has been reunited with his first love, Willie. His laughter, stories, music, and boundless enthusiasm for life will remain with us forever, and that is Samson C. Labasan. And thank you, Madam Mayor and City Council, for allowing me to share that memory with you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Ijeoma Rita Udabugnam, Booker T. Amos Jr., Samson C. Labasan, Eugene H. Logan, Annie Mavis Clayton, Eddie Moulton, Raymond Clifford Jones, Jeffrey Stevens, Leonard Kiles.
Yes, can I add 2 people, Madam Mayor? Eric Washington, who was a community leader, also worked for Assemblymember Mike Gibson. He was killed on July 4th. Him and Mia Jenkins, who was a student from University of Las Vegas, both lost their lives on the 4th of July in Compton, in a neighboring city.
Anyone else?
Also, I have Gladys Bynum. Gladys Bynum.
Familiar. Thank you. Mr. Bishop?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Let's bow our heads, Father. Tonight, we call on you. No other help we know. We pray for these grieving families. We pray, God, that you would give them peace and strength. And Father, we also pray a special prayer for the two young people who were murdered on July 4th. I pray that those killers would not get any rest until they turn themselves in. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Quick question. Are we going to do, do we have to, what do we do? For the election, they normally bring us the final vote, final tally. Do we have to do that, Madam City Clerk? Or is that just for election?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The certification of results from the June election will be on the next July council meeting.
Okay. To my Carson residents, let it be known again that the residents of Carson spoke. Not one person on this city council. You wanted to let the people decide, they did. And so we just did what you asked us to do. Let the people decide. So without any further, staff, you have any comments? Oh, we need to go into closed session. We'll recess to closed session. Be back in 10 minutes. No?
You don't need to.
Okay. Reconvening. Madam City Attorney, please report it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. The council met in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 5456.94 to consider whether the city wants to initiate litigation in one case, and it was authorized. Thank you.
That's it. With that being said, we are adjourned.